Alright, hello everybody. Hello. How you guys doing? Well, welcome to another stream. I'm Fonzy. I'm here for Honey's Gaming. We're going to be streaming Steins 0. Really nice visual novel game. I haven't played it yet. Thinking about it, it was pretty cool. It was really nice. I haven't really played any visual novel games. Not too many or anything like that, so I apologize. We're going to go into this kind of semi-blind, because I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of Steins Gate, read a lot of stuff about it, especially through editing articles and all that stuff, and all the writers, and I feel like I have a pretty good grasp, but to tell you the truth, I'm not too sure. So, and plus this is like a continuation from it, so I don't know what happened after that, the first season or anything like that. So, yeah, let me know what's up, and if you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that. I know it's a visual novel, you know, there's only so much you can do, but let's enjoy the storytelling, and I'll try and read everything as beautiful as possible, unless there are say voice actors voiceovers going on in there, then you know what? We'll just listen to them, and we'll have the additional commentary. If you want to chat, talk about anything, please let me know. Of course, I'm always available to chat. And oh crap! I was gonna do something. Okay. All right. The song's almost done. We're gonna just wait for this to finish, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. There we go. Just end it. Just end it right there, because it's about to start a new song. Nope. No thank you. Alright guys, so we are here, we are in it, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go to our nice little explain. Boom! Jean-Claude Van Damme. We all love him, right? I mean, I like him a lot. I think he's pretty funny. I like his Jean-Claude Van Johnson segment, or special. His little season of just craziness. It's so funny. It's parody of himself and other things. It's so funny. My wife just rolled her eyes, kind of, but she liked it. Yeah. Boom. All right, here we're gonna go ahead and get this going on. And since there's gonna be a lot of text in here, I'm actually gonna try and take something out if I freaking can. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, that was a nice little semi-glitch. I wonder what happened there. Press enter to start. No, I don't need to press enter. What I need to do is actually... Huh. It won't let me do it. Here, hold on. I guess I have to get out of the game really quick. Give me 1 second. The mouse won't go all the way to where I need it to go so I can edit the overlay. I get rid of you. Okay, bring you all the way down over here. We're gonna bring you all the way over here. And you are going to be on top. Save. Okay. Go back to the intro really quick. Let me come back in here. I want to make sure everything is good. Okay, yeah, it seems like everything's... Alright, everything seems to be working nice. Alright, so I got rid of the little tracker because I wanted to make sure you guys can see everything, and then we're going to get into this. And yo, Pulsa, thank you very much for the host. I need to relaunch that for you because I was in transition from overlays. And I always appreciate the host, man. You're awesome as heck. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. I hope you're having a great day, dude. I haven't seen you in a minute. It's been a while. I hope you're doing good. We're going to be playing some Steins Gate 0. So let's get on with that. All right. And then as I play this game, having a nice little drinky poo. Pulsa, how have you been? I've been great, dude, and I hope you're feeling good and you're good yourself. Hope life has been treating you good so far. Alright, let's get this intro going. Man, I don't like that I can do that. Oh, here, hold on. I'm gonna have to change the setting on something really quick. Let's do window. Alright, let's try that because window, it seems like it might be a little better because, sweet Jesus. Except it won't enlarge more than this. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. You're doing good. I bought Tokyo's Zando X. Nice. During the Gold Week sale. Oh, nice. The caps again. Don't worry, man. It's all good. It is all good. But that sucks. I can't get the big picture mode, maybe? Big picture mode help? Let's see if we can get this going. Because if not, then I'm going to have to set some things really quick. Library. Yeah. I want to play it. It's launching, right? But that's it? Seriously? Oh, come on. And I can't enlarge it? Ah. Suck. Alright, get the heck out of big picture mode. Exit big picture mode. Alright, hold on. Let me adjust this. Let me adjust my volume a little bit. Try alt enter. Yeah, that's what I did, alt enter and everything, and it didn't want to do it, and I was like, what the hell? So I don't know if it's like a special setup with this game, but hold on one second. Okay, so I got that going on. Okay, I got this. I got the levels going on. And then the game, you were able to hear the game, right? Pulsa? I hope you were. And let's see. Okay, so I think it was working. All right, here we go. Let's play this game. We'll go into settings. Go to full screen, I guess. Movie quality. Now I'll keep it at low, just so I don't have any lag. I was able to hear it with no difficulties. All right, sweet. Then you know what? Let's do this. Let's just freaking get it going. All right. Let you guys watch the intro, and I hope you enjoy it. It's so cool. Akihabara. We used to hang out there when I was living in Japan. It was pretty cool. It was fun. And it was also fast-paced and intense. Looking good on the stream so far. Nice. Thank you very much, Pulse. I always appreciate the feedback. Alright. Nice little... Let's do this. Alright, new game. Alright, here we go. What the heck? Is it too low? Oh no. My microphone is a little too low. There's very light amount of clipping on the audio, though it's hardly noticeable. Alright, let's see. We'll see what's up. The hatch is opened. Alright. Okay, bright light flooded my eyes. Where was I? My eyes narrowed. I could barely make out summer's twilight sky. Didn't want to leave. Just wanted to disappear. But someone grabbed my arm and dragged me out. Oh. didn't have the energy to respond to my own nickname. I fell to the ground and wrapped my arms around myself. Okarin! Mayuri. Oh, you trap. Mayuri ran to me and looked down, her face worried. But her kindness felt like nothing but nuisance. Nothing but a nuisance. I gotta do some work in Blender, so I'll be in lurker mode for a while. Hey, Pulsa, no problem, dude. No problem. You know, just stop by whenever you want to talk. If you mention something, or if you notice something too, because you're my go-to guy. You're awesome as hell. All right, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. I am? Thought I ran to the door that led back inside the building. Okarin, I hope I don't die. Nope. Stop it. I'm just covered in someone else's blood. Just get away from me. Leave me alone. I couldn't save her. In fact, I killed her myself. Right here, 3 weeks ago. I killed her. I'm a murderer.
無駄だったんだ。何をやっても無駄だ。全部決まってしまっていることなんだよ。
Put you on auto.
同じだ。真由里の時と同じなんだ。どれだけもがいたって結果は同じになる。
No matter how many times I try, it will all converge back to the same result. The process doesn't matter. Whether you time travel or time leap, you can't go back and change the results of the past. Alright, that was a little long. I thought I understood that cruel truth. But now I was forced to realize it again, and in the worst possible way.
無駄だよ。無駄なんだ。何もかも無駄なんだよ。俺はやっぱりクリスを助けられないんだ。
I knew I can't save Krishna.
分かってた。分かってたんだ。こうなるって予想してたんだ。
I already knew this would happen.
疲れた。ずっと休んでないんだ。だからもういいよ。
Ooh, Rintaro. It's going crazy now.
おかり、一体何が
What happened?
俺が殺してしまった。バカみたいだ。全部
バカですよ。
マキセ・クリスをさ、刺し殺しちゃったんだ。殺した？嘘、そんな。
マユリ。
でも安心して。またもう一回分タイムトラベルはできる。
ほっといてくれ。俺のことなんか何度やったって 結果は同じだ。
何言ってんの？諦めるつもり？オカリンおじさんの肩には何十億っていう人の命がかかってるんだよ。たった以外の失敗が何だって言うんだ。
クリスはどうやったって助けられない。
New tips added. World line. Okay.
世界線の収束には逆らえない。
This is the reality of this world. I learned that a long time ago.
こうなったらビンタしてでも気合い入れ直して。ダメだよ、無理強いするのは良くないよ。
It's pretty nice. It's nice.
なってるオカリン見てられないよ。
Better see Okarin live
Demo
like
sa,
this.
このままじゃ未来を変えられない。どうして未来のことをオカリン一人に押し付けるの？そんなの。
Is it because I'm hitting puberty?
オカリンおじさんには世界の観測者としての能力があるからだよ。オカリンが望んだわけじゃないのに。それにもう一度やがってまたオカリンが傷つくだけだって思うな。未来のことを人一人で変えようなんてきっと無理なんだよ。
Well, that is reality, but in an
そ
anime,
のためのシュタインズゲートで
I mean, sky's limits. There are no rules.
気持ちはわかるよ。でもさ、私も未来をかけてここまで来てるんだよね。どっちにしろ2036年には戻れないんだ。そう簡単に諦めるつもりはないから。オカリンおじさん、一つだけ忠告しとく。このタイムマシンに残されてる燃料は有限なの。さっきは往復2回分しか残ってないって言ったけど、実はまだそれに余裕はある。それでも移動できる時間はおよそ344日分。片道のタイムトラベルだとしても今から1年と経たないうちに7月28日には届かなくなる。覚えといて。その日になったらさ、私はたとえ一人でも飛ぶよ。
But I couldn't understand the words. I didn't want to listen to anything. I just wanted to sleep. Oh yeah, sleep is good. Okay, just let this all end. Let it all end!
オカリン、
Oh, that was fast travel.
オカリン。ねえ、オカリン。もう、頑張らなくてもいいからね。泣いてもいいんだよ。オカリン。マユシーは、そばにいるからね。オカリン。
I don't know if Mayuri's words were the reason why, but the tears started to flow. I decided to forget everything. Ever since that day, I stopped going to the future gadget lab. It's pretty intense day so far. Sweet Jesus. Alright, cool. The sound is good. Alright, 2010, November 23rd. Ah, the time. It's in the afternoon. Alright, UPS next. Ah, damn it. Okay, in the hall of the 4th floor, preparations have been going on all morning for the ATF Akihabara Techno Forum convention. Alright. Come on. University's the lab from both inside and outside the country would work together to put on special seminars and symposiums at irregular intervals. My school, Tokyo Denki University, was participating as part of its industry collaboration efforts. Students were required to attend these seminars and submit reports to their instructors. Otherwise, they wouldn't get credit for their related classes. In addition, I was supposed to help one of the lecturers, Associate Professor Izaki. I had just gotten a list from the reception desk at the shared lobby. I was waiting to check off the names of students who were coming to the lecture. There was still some time before the seminar started, so the lobby was mostly empty. None of the students on the list were here yet. I was bored, but I couldn't do anything. But wait. The old man never could have imagined doing anything like this, but impressing Izaki was part of my new goal in life. Victor Chandra University. Yes, that was my new goal. Izaki did a lot of joint research projects with them and knew a lot of people there. The best first step to getting there my brain could come up with was being his assistant. Also, this convention was holding another seminar by Victor Chandra University after the one held this summer. Of course, that interested me too. Summer. Summer. Summertime is upon us. Eh? An image of her as she was then flashed to my mind. Okay. I was trying to get to Victor Chandra so that I could learn about the work that Kuriusu Makise had been doing. I wanted to try and do this myself. Okay, I want to try to do it himself. Mad scientist. Semi-mad scientist. Of course, I wasn't a genius like Hirasu. I knew there was no way I'd ever be able to do exactly what she did. But if I could do even 10% of it, honestly, I'm amazed that I recovered so well. I thought to myself and chuckled, just as a voice called to me from across the lobby. Chotto!
Huh?
Alright, I looked up and saw a young girl approaching from the elevator hall. She was short and petite. Everything about her was small. I could kind of make out a few of the curves that don't appear until after puberty. So at least she wasn't in elementary school, but maybe middle school? For someone with such a cute face, she clearly didn't care about her appearance. Her hair wasn't styled and it flowed down her back. Even I could tell her clothes weren't very fashionable. She looks pretty cool though. I like her eyes. Her eyes are green. Crazy green.
ここは ATF のセミナー会場だけど。
Clearly not a place where a middle school girl belonged. She'd probably just come to the wrong place. I need that. How many times am I going to have to say this?
今初めて言ったんだけど。
Oh, fourth person already? So Jesus, dude, come on. Creepy pervy scientist, you out to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. That's what it seems like. It was one of the ideas given out to invited guests. Her name and the name of her workplace were written on the front. Look at that, right to it. Can get all the information you need from her right there. Huh? Victor Chandra University, USA, Brain Science Institute. This girl here? University, Chandra. Brain Science Institute. I looked at the card, and then at her. Then back to the card. Then I looked at her again. What the fuck? I finally realized.
あ、そういうことか。そのカードどこに落ちてたんだ？拾ってくれたん。
話も4回目よ。
What the hell? She sighed and showed me another card. This one was a photo ID from Victor Chandra University. It was the same ID I seen Kurisu holding before on another world line. The photo on the card. Yeah, that was definitely her.
ヒア城真帆っていうの。私の名前、ヒア城真帆。漢字でもローマ字でも誰も読めた試しがないから、先に言っとくわ。
ビクトル・ポンドリア大学の中学生？
寝ぼけるなら夜にして、大学に中学生がいるわけないでしょ。
それもそうだ。じゃあ飛び級か。
Oh, unlike in Japan, it wasn't uncommon for Americans to skip grades. Kirisu, he made it to university at age 17. Oh, had made it, not he. But still, a girl this young, working in a university lab.
一つ確認していいかしら。
Can I ask you something?
おう。
Sure.
あなた今、少なからず衝撃を受けるわよね。こんな小さい子が信じられないかしら。それともこの年齢ですごいの方。
Seriously. That's pretty funny. She got me.
よく見なさい。
The girl, Maho Yaho, pointed to the part of the idea where with her slender fingers. She was born in 1989, and it was 2010. So, you're 21 years old.
つまり立派な成人女性よ。中学生じゃないのよ。もちろん小学生でも幼稚園児でも。
And then she puffed out her chest. There wasn't much to see, but I can imagine her saying, and they look bigger when I'm not wearing clothes. They're huge. Odd.
何かしらその顔は。
いや、悪かったわ。謝る。
I couldn't believe it. She was older than me. Legal lolly. I thought it was here. You'd be dancing around screaming, legal lolly for the win.
まあいいわ。世界中どこへ行っても同じ目に遭ってるから。
うん、そうだろうな。
何か言った？
いや、別に。
Still, the Brain Science Institute? That's where Kurisu worked. Which means this kid, no, this person, might know a lot about Kurisu. Kurisu. I held back the impulse to start badgering her with questions. I looked at the pamphlet. I looked at the pamphlet with the seminar schedules. Victor Chandria's lectures was the last one for the day, and was clearly intended to be the biggest. Was this Maho Yaho's girl going? Was this Maho Yaho girl going to give a lecture? Whoa, she's gonna give a lecture? Crazy. Just like Kurisu had done at the summer convention. Ooh, I wonder. No, wait, that's wrong. That never happened. Kurisu Makis never gave any lectures over the summer. That happened in the Alpha World Line. In the World Line I have it now. Before the summer convention, she already...
君が今日登壇を?
Give it a lecture today?
いいえ、私は助手としてきたの。あと通訳も兼ねてね。
Ah, nice. I looked at the pamphlet again and saw that the lecturer was a man named Alexis Leskinen. Alexis Leskinen? Professor at Victor Chandra University and the chief researcher of the Brain Science Institute?
テーマは人工知能革命か。面白い。
時間があったらぜひ聞いてみてほしいわね。
Sorry, guys.
そうするよ。あ、スタッフルームだってな。
I led Maho over to the elevator hall and showed her where the staff room was.
ありがとう。
I had no reason to hang around her any further. I said goodbye and was just about to turn around. Just then, the elevator opened. A woman emerged. The instant I saw her face, her hair and my body stood on end. And I gasped. Megane-kun. Or Megane-chan. Moegi? It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. Calm down. Calm down. This is the Beta World line. Mayuri is alive. Mike is not going to kill her. Huh? Our eyes met. The eyes on the other side of her glasses were as dead as ever, and it was impossible to tell what she was thinking. And I frantically averted my gaze before she realized something was wrong. She tilted her head for a second, but quickly lost interest in me and turned towards Maho. I have a friend named Maho actually in Japan. I wonder how she's doing.
ああ、雑誌社の方だよね。お約束通り主催を。
Even in this world line, Moeka still only spoke in faint whispers.
レスキネン教授はまだなんです。少しお待たせしてしまいますけど。はい。
Okay.
それまで私でよければシステムの概要でもお願いします。
Thank you. The two of them disappeared into the staff room. As I watched them leave, I took a deep breath. I tried to calm down, but it wasn't working.
桐生萌か。もしかしてまたお前なのか。
It was a terrible feeling, like a cold finger tracing the wounds in my heart. That night, when the terrorists shut down all the trains in Akihabara, that awful night, when I just knew something was going to happen.
ここでもまたお前が。
Or was I just imagining this? Was she just a magazine reporter now, instead of a CERN rounder? No, even if Moeka was a rounder, we had nothing to do with CERN anymore. CERN wouldn't be watching us. I took another deep breath, grabbed some of the anxiety meds in my pocket, and swallowed them down with some mineral water I bought ahead of time. Some fizzy water. It would take 15 minutes for them to kick in. Those 15 minutes were always pretty rough. I laughed at myself a little and sat down on one of the reception desk chairs. The table was filled with leaflet pamphlets and other things for the attendees. My eyes wandered. Was I supposed to click that thing or something? I don't have no idea. My eyes wandered to one of the pamphlets. Nakabachi, Theory and the Genealogy of Pseudoscience. Pseudoscience! This pamphlet was for Professor Isaki's seminar. Nakabachi Theory. The paper he had announced in Russia. That paper held key to creating a real time machine. that day, July 28th, Nakabachi had stolen the papers from Krisu, his own daughter, and left with it. Faster, man. I knew that. Only Nakabachi and I knew that. Oh. Secrets. I flipped through the pamphlet. It was a brief introduction to the many forms of pseudoscience and fake scientific discoveries that had emerged since the start of the 20th century. On its own, it did make for interesting reading. And at the end of the pamphlet, Nakabachi theory, was introduced as nothing more than another entry in the long list of fakes. So Dr. Nakabachi's time machine theory had been completely ignored by the academic world. All the glory, fame, and power he wanted so badly that he was willing to get rid of his own daughter, he didn't get any of it. And I heard rumors that after the announcement, he'd been imprisoned in a Russian lab. To make it even funnier, he thought he was getting VIP treatment. He thought he was getting VIP treatment? Who would confuse imprisonment for VIP treatment? I'm curious about that. Oh, anyways. For a short time, there were essays and interviews in bogus academic journals. Even there, it was obvious they had all gone to his head. The ironic thing was that Nakabachi theory was completely correct and completely revolutionary. The Russian government was worried about it leaking, and the SVR was doing everything it could do, or everything it could to keep it under wraps. But under the surface, there was a full-scale information war beginning over the papers. The time traveler from 2036, Teeter. Okay, had told me so, which meant it had to be true. Was World War III really going to happen? There was no point in thinking about it. Just a little more before the drugs kicked in. I closed my eyes. Several hours later, the convention was going well. After Professor Izaki's seminar, most of the students from my university went home, but I killed some time and came back. I wanted to hear the Victor Chandra lecture. I headed to the hall with plenty of time to spare and saw Maho Hyaruho coming from the staff room. She was with a very tall foreigner. Was that Alexis Leskinen? It didn't seem like an American name, but maybe he was an immigrant like Krisu, or at least descendant from one. It didn't mean to I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the looks on their faces were so serious that I couldn't help but listen. Since they were both speaking in English, I could barely make out any of it, but I could tell from their voices that it wasn't a pleasant chat. Oh. Hey, what the heck? Why did the auto thing check off? I didn't do anything to check it off. There we go. Wait, did I just hear the word Makise? I hated the fact that I couldn't speak English. If I'd known this was going to happen, I would have gone to an English school. The two of them walked into the waiting room for lecturers. It was located right next to the UPX theater. I put together the few fragments I was able to understand. Fire at Krisu's house. Miss Makise is alright. Robbery. The police called off the investigation. Why was the FBI there? It doesn't make sense. I think that's what they were talking. Oh, that's what they were saying. Krisu's house. Did they mean where she lived in America? Her mother should still live in America. Is that where the fire was? And then where it was like a robbery and the investigation was called off. I really wanted to know more. I stood there and worried until it was time for the lecture to begin. With nothing else to do, I went inside the theater. I could tell you earlier by looking at the size of the crowds going inside, but it was a very high energy crowd. The atmosphere was clearly different than in Zaki's seminar. which was mostly students there for credit. The place was nearly full with a crowd of scientists and people who wanted to learn about cutting-edge technology. Victor Chandra's researchers had published a slate of papers in Science recently and had gotten a lot of media attention. Maybe that's why. Were there any empty seats? I found a single open seat at the edge. What the? I mean, why didn't it repeat itself again? But when I looked at who was sitting next to it, I moaned. Oh, maybe it was me. Oh, okay, yeah, alright. That makes perfect sense then. You again! Moeka Kiryu was there. She was speaking to no one, just typing endlessly into her phone. I had once named her Shining Finger because of her incredible typing speed, and she was as fast as ever. Who was she talking to? Didn't even want to imagine. I quickly turned away and looked for another seat. Dr. Leskinen reached the podium almost the exact instant I sat down. There was a huge wave of applause. And when they saw the tiny little girl come up next to him, the applause faded into confused murmurs. Maho must have expected this. Her expression didn't change in the slightest as she stood next to the professor. In fact, when she took the microphone from the professor and looked around the theater, she looked like she belonged there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
First, Dr. Leskinen began to speak in English. When he made eye contact with Maho, she began to interpret.
Thank you for attending.
皆さん、本日は私のセミナーに集まってくださって感謝します。ビクトル・コンドリア大学脳科学研究所のアレクシス・レスキネンです。専門は脳信号処理システムおよび人工知能理論になります。そして私は助手の比谷城真帆です。同じく脳科学研究所で教授の指導に沿って研究をしています。よろしく。
The audience started murmuring again. That was the same way I responded when I met her. Well, that'll happen, yeah?
では早速ですが、私たちの最先端研究の一端をご紹介します。テーマは人工知能革命としましたが、これからデモンストレーションするシステムはおそらく皆さんの想像を超えたものではないかと思っています。
Dr. Leskinen stood in front of the laptop that he had placed on the podium and started to type.
このパソコンですが、研究所のスーパーコンピューターの一つと接続されています。ああ、まだプロジェクターには映さないで。
Oh, one of the staffers was about to display the laptop screen on the front projector. Ooh, some kind of important program must have been booting up because Maho Yaho stopped them.
すみません、まだ開発途中なんです。非常に美的センスのないプログラムが画面いっぱいに溢れ返っています。
Okay.
こんな小さなプログラムを見られるのは恥ずかしい。裸を見られるよりもね。この中にエンジニアの方がいるなら理解していただけますよね。
Some of the audience got the professor's joke and laughed.
起動するまでの間、このシステム全体の概略を説明しましょう。
There was another projector in the center of the stage. A diagram appeared on its screen. And at the top of the diagram was a Japanese translation for the general audience. An analysis of neural pulse signals relating to memories stored in the temporal lobe. I knew that title well. In fact, I was sure I could never forget it. It was the title of an essay written by a 17-year-old genius and published in Science. She had completely analyzed the nerve impulse patterns that govern human memory and used that to digitize the memories themselves in data. And she had used that to invent the time leap machine right in front of my eyes. Though, none of that had actually happened anymore.
サイエンス誌に掲載されたので、ご存知の方もいるでしょう。これは私たちのチームにいた天才的な日本人研究者によって提唱され完成されたものです。
Oh.
人間の記憶は大脳皮質、とりわけ側頭葉に記録されます。いわゆるフラッシュメモリーみたいなもの。そのメモリに記憶を書き込んだり読み出したりするのが側頭葉にある海馬傍回という部位になります。
Dr. Liskinen pointed to the diagrams of the brain and hippocampus on the screen.
脳はニューロンと呼ばれる細胞の間を電気信号が伝わっていくことで働いています。記憶というのも実はこういった電気信号の伝わりの一つなのです。その働きを制御しているのが解剖界と言ってもいいでしょう。つまり電気信号が海馬傍回を出入りすることで記憶は作られていくんですね。そこでマキセ・クリスはこの論文を書いた日本人研究者です。マキセ研究員は考えました。海馬傍回を通る電気信号が電気信号のパターンと大脳皮質の
Okay. Maho started to have trouble with her interpretation. Interpretation? She was getting confused. No matter how good you were with languages, interpreting for a long period of time had to be difficult. I bet it would be, actually. Yeah, shit. I did once read an article on the internet that said even a professional, you can't do it for more than 20 minutes. International conferences and live broadcasts for overseas were actually handled by a team of people switching off. Crazy. Dang. To be a translator, make sure you guys study hard. If you want to be a translator, maybe you can get stuff like that. Although I understand it would probably be pretty stressful. Was she having trouble because Chris's name came up? Oh, probably. That makes sense. Dr. Liskinen saw she was having trouble and cut himself off.
すみません。マキセ研究員は海馬傍回を出入りする電気信号のパターンに着目しました。そのパターンが大脳皮質のどの記憶と対応しているのか解析を行って完全なデータを得たのです。これによって記憶という曖昧でアナログなものを電気信号のパターンの組み合わせというデジタルなものに変換する基礎理論が確立されたのです。これがサイエンス誌に掲載された彼女の論文です。そして現在私たちのチームはその理論をもとに人間の記憶をデジタルデータとして取得するシステムを開発しています。それはすなわち人間の記憶をコンピューターに保存しそれを活用するシステムということになります。
Oh, whoa, it's going so fast.
現在
What the heck was that? My bad, guys. What the heck was that?
医療分野への応用です。
The slide on the picture changed.
こちらは精神 生理学研究所と共同で行っているプロジェクトです。コンピューターに保存した記憶データを会話方法に通して再び元の脳に書き戻すというもので。
Incredible.
Someone who looked like a grad student in front now shouted. What did she shout? Dr. Leskinen didn't seem particularly put off by the interruption. Maho continued her interpretation.
You don't believe it? I know how you feel.
信じがたいですか。その気持ちは理解できます。私も皆さんの立場であればそう言ったでしょう。しかし、この研究に私たちは手応えを感じています。これが実用化できればどんなに素晴らしいことでしょう。例え
Whoa!
最終的には会話
I think my finger accidentally touched something and I skipped a lot. Sorry, guys. Like 2 lines. Damn, that sucked. Okay.
そうすれば脳機能が失われた状態、例えば脳が激しく損傷したり萎縮してしまった場合などですが、そのような状態でも変わらず脳機能を維持できます。あたかも外部ストレージと同じように。
Strange feeling gripped the hall. Whoa, after hearing that, yeah. Part of it was shocked into feeling that that they were witnessing the announcement of an incredible technology. Heck yeah. Seriously, it's like pretty sophisticated, it's pretty cool as hell. Part of it was skepticism that a system like this could ever actually work. I'm sure it could. Part of it was revulsion at the idea of playing around with the human brain like that. I know, that's so inhumane. An excitement born of all these things passed from one member of the crowd to another. Dr. Leskinen raised his hand to encourage questioners.
どうやら2つ目のプロジェクトをお話しする前に質問を受け付けないといけないようですね。できる範囲でお答えします。どうぞ。
Many hands were raised. I could tell that there was a wide age range of people interested. Both young and old were raising their hands. Dr. Leskinen pointed at the questionnaire. To a questionnaire? This is the first question. Sampling would be required when digitizing analog memories. Does that mean any information would be lost? The professor nodded as he listened to the question in Japanese and began to respond in English when the speaker finished. Maybe he was able to understand Japanese, if not speak it.
その質問を言い換えると、オーケストラの生演奏を WAV のデータに保存する際、生演奏のすべてを完璧に記録することはできないと。確かにその懸念はあります。現在の研究で最も困難な問題の一つです。脳内のネットワークが神経伝達物質のオンオフだけで、つまり二進数的にデータのやり取りをしているのであれば簡単な問題でした。それはデジタルデータと同じことだからです。しかし実際には伝達物質や電気信号は脳内でアナログ的に変化することが分かっています。この問題に関しては今のところより高いサンプリングレートでデータをサンプルする方法しか手段を持っていません。音楽の話で言えば 44.1kHz よりも 48kHz、 48kHz よりも 96kHz でサンプリングするといった具合です。 それによってデ
Dang.
ジタ
Quite the
ルであ
leap.
りながらアナログデータに近い情報を得ようとしています。
Little by little, the mood in the room was tuning to disappointment. Disappointment, really, huh? People were beginning to wonder if this was just a pretty theory that wouldn't work in reality. More questions came. All of the questionnaires were skeptical of the professor's theory, and many of them seemed to be outright challenging him. I started to get upset. This was Dr. Leskinen's research, but it was also Chris's. I knew better than anyone that it worked, and the sight of so many people refusing to give it a chance infuriated me. Were these people really scientists? I tried to keep myself under control and looked back towards the podium. Was she mad? She certainly looked disappointed. Dr. Leskinen was very polite with the rude questionnaires, acknowledging the problems with the theory. She was very different. Her anger was starting to seep into her interpreting too. Okay, yeah. I felt a kind of kinship with her, I say. The question and answer session continued.
そもそもこれは医学的に無謀でしょう。デジタルデータを脳に書き戻すなんて絶対に不可能だ。正気の沙汰ではない。サイエンス誌に掲載されたあの論文も読みましたが、にわかには信じられない。ましてや、筆頭著者が若干17歳の女性だったとあっては。
That was the one thing I couldn't ignore.
あなたね。
Two people on the stage and the entire audience all turned towards me at once.
やってみもしないで何がわかるって言うんだ。最初は無理だと思われてた技術なんてこの世にいくらでもあるじゃないか。でもそれを克服した研究者がいたからこそ今があるんだ。ただ批判するだけじゃ何も生まれない。
The whole theater was silent, but I didn't regret standing up.
あなた。
On the stage, Maho Yaho was staring at me in shock. And as for Dr. Leskinen, I saw a flash of white teeth as our eyes met.
He's really something.
He started to applaud. Why was he applauding? That just makes things embarrassing. Kinda does. Just a little. Just a little bit. He's showing
素晴
support.
らしい。彼はなかなか大したやつだ。ですって。
Maho translated the professor's words for me to hear.
ただし、科学者たるもの常に冷静でなければいけない。大声で怒鳴っていいのは実験が成功した時の We did it! それだけで十分だそうですよ。
すみません。
I lowered my head and sat down. I thought I was calm, but I guess I let my emotions get away from me. I hadn't grown up at all in the past 6 months. If Kurisu was here, she'd make fun of me again. I could feel the rest of the audience staring at me coldly. It hurt. If I could have left, I would have wanted to. But I was too interested in hearing the rest of Dr. Leskinen's talk to move.
それでは皆さん、そろそろ次に。でも、その前に勇敢な彼に拍手をお願いします。
Oh no, please.
彼のような挑戦者こそが科学を
Challenges like him are the ones to advance science and come up with the real, the amazing theories. Oh, they sure do.
彼ならきっと第3
Einstein,
のアイ
new
ンシュ
tips
タイン
added.
になれるかもしれませんね。
The second Einstein, of course,
ち
would
な
be
み
my
に
slightly
第
fussy
2のアイン
assistant
シュ
here.
タインはここにいるちょっと小うるさい私の助手。変なこと言うのはやめてください、教授。
The audience chuckled. Sheesh.
さて、ここで私はしばらく通訳をお休みさせていただきます。これから私よりも優秀な通訳が登場します。これが私たちのチームが今最も力を入れている2つ目のプロジェクト。アマデウスシステムです。
Oh. When she finished speaking, Maho walked to the back of the stage. At Dr. Lessinen's signal, the PC screen was displayed on the projector. And then I heard a voice.
皆さん、初めてお目にかかります。
The murmuring got louder than before, but it felt more uncertain than surprised. On the screen, I could see a detailed 3D model of Maho, the girl who'd just been interpreting.
ちなみにこれは
Oh, Drinkworks Studios! By the way, this model was made by the famous Drinkworks Studios. Maho Yaho chimed in front of the back of the stage.
声については私のボイスサンプルをデータベースにして日本の山名が作ってくれました。
This was CG? Sure looked real to me. The professor said something into the laptop's microphone. And then the 3D model of Maho Yaho on the screen opened its mouth.
私はヒアジョウマホです。正確に言うなら78時間22分前のヒアジョウマホから派生した存在ということになります。
What? If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear something slightly off. Yeah, it's dim. You can't hear it that well. But it sounded far more human than any artificial voice I've ever heard. No, that's not the first thing that I thought. Personally, I've been listening to your questions. Have you?
どうして私を早く紹介しないのととてももどかしく思っていましたよ。
Oh, sweet
以前
Jesus.
から感じていましたが、どうも教授は人が悪いようですね。まったくだわ。
Got that right. The Maho Yaho on the screen spoke with a slightly irritated expression. Really? And the Maho Yaho by the wall nodded in agreement. Dr. Lessingen simply smiled. What was going on here? What part of this was their biggest project? The rest of the audience didn't seem to have any more of a clue than I did.
皆さんの多くは疑問に思ってます。人間の記憶をデータとして取り出したり、それを保存したり、さらにはそのデータを活用したり、
Here, hold on. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little more.
そんなことが本当に可能なのかと。それでは私は一体何でし
Just a
ょう
little more. Okay, sorry guys if I totally messed up your whole little volume thing, but you barely hear it on my end, and I wanted to make sure that it was clear on your guys' end, especially with my voice being as loud as it is. I feel like it is. What did she just say? The professor said something else in rapid English, and asked the Maho on the screen to translate it. But she, if she was the right word, hesitated and went silent. I looked at the real Maho, and she was responding exactly the same way.
教授、今のは
Oh,
教授、
Professor?
今の発言はセクシャルハラスメントとして大学に訴えてもいいでしょうか。
What? Dr. Lessingen laughed cheerfully and responded to her. The conversation was in quick English, and over half the audience couldn't understand it. The real Maho sighed and took back to the microphone.
教授はですね、私に対して、いえ、私の記憶で動作しているこのアマデスに対して質問に答えてごらんと言いました。いつ頃までパパとお風呂に入っていったかとか、 初恋はいつだったかとか何でも答えられるだろうと。ああ、もうそれ以上通訳しなくていいわ。
So dim.
恥ずかしいからやめてくれないかしら。私はそういう質問には一切答えないわよ。
The professor said something else, and the Maho on the screen groaned and turned away.
クレジットカードの番号なんてもっと言えません。あと1週間前に着ていたパジャマの色なんて覚えてるわけないです。
What was this? It was so natural I couldn't tell at first, but this was something unbelievable, wasn't it? It felt very different than a typical AI. I could tell that much. It wasn't answering the questions it was given. And because they were embarrassing, or was it because they were shit, I forget. Was it programmed to respond like that to certain questions for the purpose of this demonstration? It was possible that all it was, but that's all it was. If that conversation wasn't programmed or not in advance. The rest of the crowd seemed to reach the same conclusion I did, and the whisper started to turn into surprised murmur. 何をしたいのか理解はできるけど、とにかく恥ずかしいわ。The copy of Maho was complaining to the original. Felt like I was watching a pair of twin sisters talking. いたずらな子供ではなく、レスキネ教授が面白がってなかなか説明してくれないので、代わりに私がお話しします。Maho walked back to the professor. 皆さん、もうお分かりかと思いますが、アマデウスは自分が話していいこととそうでないこと、あるいは話したいことと話したくないことを自ら判断して喋っています。私たちはアマデウスにそういったプログラムを一切施していません。I knew it. 彼女は与えられた私の記憶からそれを独自に判断し、自律的にそういう行動をとっているのです。The Maho on screen suddenly took over for her. Interrupt AI. 先ほどの医療分野への応用とは方向性が真逆になってしまい、研究所内でずっと議論が交わされていることですが、私は不必要な情報をいつの間にか忘れてしまう。というか、記憶の引き出しから出してこられなくなるのです。皆さんと同じように。例えば、1週間前に着ていたパジャマの色。確かにそれを知っていたはずなのに、今は思い出せません。Really? Holy crap. That's very lifelike. 生存していく上で必要ないからです。これも皆さんと同じです。Holy crap. このように、アマデウスは記憶のインプットやアウトプットが人間のそれと非常に近いのです。これは私たちも驚くべき結果として研究を重ねている最中で、まだ詳しくは解明されていません。As Maho finished up, Dr. Leskinen took the microphone back. She assumed interpreting, as he continued the lecture. Man, this is all trippy. This is like a really smart AI. It's freaking crazy as hell. 私たちを驚かせたのは、アマデウスが意図して嘘をつくということ。何らかのトラブルやミスではなく、わざとそうするのです。嘘は人間が他人とコミュニケーションを取る上での一つの手法です。アマデウスもインプットされた記憶を自律的に検討し、必要であれば自分や他人のために平気で嘘をつきます。教授、誤解を招くような言い方はやめてください。嘘をつくのに平気なことなんてありません。私だって両親が咎めます。 Dr. Leskinen cut off. He seemed to be hesitating. Maho didn't seem especially surprised by this. Maybe she knew the reason. But the moment passed, and the professor continued. And Maho translated his words like there was nothing shocking about them at all.
This has led us to some
この
interesting
ような
conclusions.
検証を続けていくことで最終的に私たちは
For one, we believe it's possible
アマデウ
for
スに
individuals to eventually
人
possess
間
a
と
mind
同様の
functioning
魂を宿すことができるのではないかと考えています。
I was stunned! A soul. Should one of the leading brain scientists in the world really be using a word with such a vague definition?
In other words,
Word,
who
not
are
word,
the
word.
intelligence?
本当の意味での人工知能ということになります。
The whole hall got very quiet. And it was sheer chaos for a while after that, as if everyone tried to debate their own personal theories with Dr. Leskinen at once. Ooh, reception, catering, food! It was thanks to the Izaki that I was able to get into the reception held after the ATF was over. Hell yeah, shrimp! They told me there was a dress code, and so I went all the way back to my parents' house to get a suit to change into. Aww. At first, all that effort paid off, as Uzaki introduced me to some of the country's top researchers. Riken Jaxa, IMSS. Before too long, quick save! Oh, okay. It just did by itself. Okay, before too long, Uzaki ran off to suck up to some university professor, and I was left completely abandoned. My own personal target, Dr. Leskinen, was surrounded by a bunch of famous scientists. It didn't feel like a mere student would be welcome. And so all I did was stand around and eat from the buffet by the wall. Well, what else can you do? It's free! To be honest, I couldn't tell if the food was any good or not. Shut up. You know it was good. Whenever my glass got empty, a smiling waiter was always around to fill it up again. And so I found myself drinking more than I intended. Cranky! My stomach was already so full, it hurt. I've been there. The whole plate. What? What? Hit it? Let's go over here. Let's read this crap. Dario, I can't believe you got into the fancy party. Die in a fire, Mr. Fancy Pants. Aw. Aw. Let's text him. Let's text him. Let's say, shut up, fatty. You wish you were here. Shut up. Oh, you can't see, you can't text. Okay. Anyways, I guess we'll get out of this. Okay, there we go. Was there anything else that I could actually check out? Settings. Wallpaper settings. Ringtone. Oh, what are the wallpaper settings? I'm actually curious about that. No, I want that one. I want that one. Oh, I can't have it yet. Alright, well, we gotta unlock the wallpapers as we play the game. Okay, so let's continue, shall we? The whole place felt like it was another world.
やっぱりこういうのには向かないわ。
Jinx! At the exact moment I spoke, I heard a girl next to me say the exact same thing. Surprised, I looked over at her. Our eyes met.
あら、あなた。
What was a middle school girl doing here? And then a moment later, I realized it was Maho Yaho. Oh Lord, Dr. Madnar, the barbarian walks in and give me ale, streamer. Hey, if I had ale, I would. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have ale. I'd have to ship it to you. It wouldn't be cold, and it would take at least what, like 4 days, 5 days, maybe. I don't know. Going to Canada, I have to go through customs. Maybe a couple weeks. But how you doing, Dr. Madnar? How you doing, man? We're playing Steins Gate 0, visual novel. One of the first ones I've been playing ever. I might have played another one. I'm not too sure, but I mean, I don't know. She was sure she had, but she hadn't. And that's why she was standing in the corner and trying not to attract attention. Got Conan Exiles yesterday, and man, it's good. Nice. You know what? I could have swore we had like oh, you know, no, we gave out codes like not too long ago. It was for Christmas, something like that. Could use a few patches, but so far looks like it will do better than Arc. Hey, that's good. And you know what? Yeah, we were giving out codes for Conan Exiles like, I don't know, like what? In November? Christmas time around there or something. But yeah, we were giving out a lot of codes, and some people were able to get it. One of the streamers, or oh no, the viewers was unable to get the code, and it kind of upset me, and I was trying to find one. And you know what? Maybe I'll ask for a code and see if they just give me one. The devs. Yeah, possibly. Okay, we'll see what now. But I hope you're having a good day, Dr. Madnar. And yeah, I hope you enjoy Conan Exiles. I looked at the card and saw the punctuation. Oh, the pronunciation of her name was written in unusual large letters. Unusually large letters. That was probably because of how people kept screwing it. Ah! Yeah, I get it on PS4, man. Play. Hell yeah. Alright, I'll check and see if I can get that actually. My great-grandmother and great-grandfather were immigrants. Welcome to the world. DNA! Oh, take a tip. Can you check out tips from here? No, you can't. Just forget it. And then the conversation stopped, just like that. Classic Japanese awkwardness. I'm a terrible conversationalist, honestly. The old me would have gone full Chunibyo and started ranting about conspiracies and magic powers, whether the other person cared or not. But you can't really call that a conversation. Sure, you can. In my world, you can. Dr. Madnar over on Twitch, what did you say? We also need to get a Destiny 2 game going on these days. I know, since the new patch and the new expansion that just came, or yeah, I forget if it either came out or was just announced, but I know the new expansion. Woo! Sounds like fun. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'll let you know, Dr. Madnar. I will let you know. It's been quite a while since I played Destiny, to tell you the truth. That would be nice. Do I still have it? Oh, crap. Do I still have it? Did I get a physical copy of it? I did get it. Okay, there it is. Alright, I was looking to make sure. Yeah, the new DLC is out. I gotta get it soon. If it's anything like the first game, I can only imagine that you're gonna need to like catch up so much on Destiny 2 in order to advance to the levels that are gonna be in the expansion. Because I know the first game was pretty difficult. Especially the ones that you needed to have like 16 members. Or 16-member teams. Sorry. Yeah, because shit, it'll be tough. Like the sisters on the Dreadnought or something like that. They were tough to kill. Tough. Okay, so you finished the last DLC and everything, and you just need better equipment. Nice. I envy you. I wish I could. I wish I had the time to play games. I don't. It's kind of hard. And the games that I'm playing right now, as we speak, are on our new strategy. So this is literally the first visual novel that I've actually played in a very long time. The first visual novel I played, I tried it out and didn't like it. You know, the stories are good and everything. It's just, I don't know. It wasn't as entertaining and intense as I thought it would be as far as games. Because I like playing games, but this is like you're reading a book in a game, or that is a game. Yeah. Did I play Utawareru Mono? I did not play Utawareru Mono, but I did see the anime, and it was awesome. Was it the second season to Utawareru Mono? that one was really good. I did like the second season. It was a little confusing towards the end, but I had to like read up a little bit from the first season and everything, and it made a lot of sense. It was pretty badass. I liked it a lot, but I haven't played the game. I do want to try it though. I remembered all the lectures and theories that Karisu had given me when she was making the time leap machine. That's the only visual novel I like. A good story and strategy RPG elements too. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, I almost want to hit the skip button just to see what else is available in this game, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see what's up. We shall see. I'm patient. Plus, I love having you around. I love having everybody around so we can talk. This is awesome as heck, man. And then I started to talk. Ha! Jinx. Okay, remembering what Karisu had told me about the other or about her theories as I went. Ooh, when I used specialized terminology whose meanings I barely remembered, Maho would tell me what they were. Alright, what else? Here, I'm gonna let this play. Hold on one second, I just need to get a drink.
一緒にコピーした疑似パルスを前頭葉の方に送り込めば記憶検索信号はちゃんと働くと思う。
あなた、それを自分で導き出したの？
ああ、いや。
脳科学成功じゃないわね。ということは誰かに？
I am back.
それとも論文で？
Sorry, guys.
うん、それはないわ。
No, it's
まだ
impossible.
論文にはまとめられてなかったはず。
何かおかしいこと言ったか、俺。
そうじゃなくて、私の後輩がね、全く同じ理論を提唱していたことがあるのよ。どのスタッフもずっと懐疑的だったけど、彼女だけは絶対に証明できるって言い張っていたわ。結局、実証試験に進む前に彼女はいなくなっちゃったんだけど。
それは。
Should I tell her? Should I tell her about me and Karisu? That was the only VN that you liked strategy RPG element. Oh, actually, it sounds really fucking good. I've seen the trailers for it. It does look really nice. I do like it, but man, I had to save up my I wouldn't say that my pocket kind of hurts because I've been buying games that we haven't been receiving from the devs, but then at the same time we're receiving a lot of games from the devs too. So now my backlog in my game library has been increasing exponentially, and it's so sad because I hardly find the time to play these games, and it sucks so much.
彼女がこっちに留学してた時だ。友達になって。
So also visual novels are great when they're eventful. When they drag out for a while, they can be hard to watch, even if the story is good. Oh, I totally hear you on that. I totally hear you on that. What are your thoughts on this game then? The both of you, Pulsa and Dr. Madnar. Is this like the kind of visual novel that you like? So far, it's just been a lot of reading, stories, you know, storyboard style, I guess you could say, just, you know, scene by scene by scene by scene, and nothing really happened yet. No decision making, no wandering around, no actual gameplay or anything like that. So far, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen next. But yeah.
彼女と友達になってくれてよ。日本に来てたった一人で。たった一人で勉強していてもきっとつまらなかったと思うから。
口喧嘩ばっかりだったけどな。
あの子らしいわね。絶対に
Let's see, Dr. Madnar. Honestly, I have no interest in Steins Gate at all. Just here because you're streaming so. Just because you're streaming, so support you with the viewer and chat. Dr. Madnar, that is so sweet, dude. Oh my
かの
God, I'm
ゼトウヨ
melting.
を書き出してやるぞとかよく
You're
言われ
plucking
た
my
し
heartstrings, dude. That's awesome.
え
And also, I
Masa
love the
ka
original
sonna koto-
anime. Haven't gotten around to watching Zero, and
Chris
haven't played
na-
either the
Iso
the
ne.
end. Well, we're all in the same boat.
Naro?
We're all the same, then I guess you could say.
ちゃんと後輩の教育をしておいてほしかった
But yeah,
その点に関しては認めるわ。
that's so
陳謝
sweet,
しま
man.
す。
That's so sweet. Maho, どうして? She smiled, or so I thought, and then all of a sudden she started to cry. Oh, the girl's got feelings.
どうした
Didn't have any better ideas, so I grabbed my handkerchief and whipped her in the face.
え
I don't know. My screen is on my PS4 right now, haha, so can hear you and still type. Well, that is awesome, dude. You are awesome, and you're a good multitasker. I wish I could multitask. I try, but then it just becomes tunnel vision when I get into something else that I'm like, oh, I need to focus on this, and then like, boom, everything else is disregarded. She didn't take my handkerchief. Instead, she took a tissue out of her pocket and wiped her eyes.
勇敢なる大佐のアインシュタイン。
I turned around and saw Dr. Leskinen smiling inquiringly, striding towards me. Striding, huh? This guy turned to BLVN. Alright, he grabbed my hand and he got closer. The handshake was incredibly forceful because he's white. And his hands were as big as a bear's paws because he's white. No, not just his hands. Standing in front of me, he looked even bigger than he had during the lecture. Pretty tall, but he was at least a head taller than me. Come on, Nintendo, you're tall by Japanese standards. What is that? 5'8"?
教授、
Professor.
その
It really didn't say because he was white. No, it didn't. It didn't say that. Those are my commentaries. Uh-oh. It was all of a sudden that I missed it. And wait, did he just speak in Japanese?
しかし私の助手を泣か
Oh,
せて
he
しま
knows
った
really
のは
good Japanese.
一石三鳥ね。
Nihongo jozu desu. Jozu.
これは
He's speaking in English to spite everybody else in the room.
彼は関係ないですから。
Maho and I both denied it as much as we could. But I didn't know why Maho was crying. So I couldn't come up with an excuse. I just started to panic even more. How so?
つまりその
So awkward then, I guess.
クリスです。彼とクリスの話をしていたら、いろいろ感情が溢れてしまって。
クリス君はクリスの友人
それははい
岡部倫太郎さん、学生だそうです。
Maho introduced me?
うん
Dr. Lessingen had a gentle expression on his face as he gave me a slow hug. Oh, bro hug. I felt like I was going to suffocate in his massive arms. Somehow, I could tell that it was his way of remembering Karisu. By hugging you, is it because you have a
そうい
feminine
うこと
body?
なら魔法
I see. That's the case, then Maho. Huh.
はい。
ミスターオカー
Bad touch. Need an
合
adult.
わせてあげたらどうかな彼女も
My mommy said not to talk to any strangers. And bad man touched me.
あんなで
There's
す
a。bad man around.
ここで彼に出会った偶然その
It was
幸
good
運
luck
を
that
大
brought
切
him
にし
to
たい
us
じゃない
here.
か
Oh, yeah. It's,
日本にいる
call
間
911.
彼にテストになってもらってもいいよ
本気ですか？ 部外者なのにそんないきなり。
クリスの友人ならば部外者ではない。そうだろう。
ですが。
What's up? What were they talking about? I had no idea, but this was my chance to build a relationship with Dr. Leskinen. Ooh, we're gonna be best friends. Before you know it, we're gonna spoon. I didn't want to blow it. I'd love to help. A tester for what? I'm worried. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He patted me on the shoulder and smiled. It was an instant smile, like a child's. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay then. Ask Maho for the details. Thanks. Another scientist was calling him, so he wandered away. Woo! Man, it was like getting a little BL-ish right there for a second. Maho was shaking her head. Oh. What's he talking about? Meeting Amadeus. Being a tester.
コンベンションでやったデモンストレーション。
Demonstration
アマデウスは
of Amadeus.
私の記憶を使っ
We
て
did
いたんだ
everything
けれ
during
ど、
the convention and used my memories.
アマデ
But
ウスのデータとしてもう一人分研究者の記憶が保存してあるのよ。
another researcher's memories? What did that mean? What did that mean? When I finally figured it out from Dr. Leskinen and Maho's conversation, my heart started pounding.
まさか
Can't mean.
あいつなのか。
そう。アマデウスの中にはマキセ・クリスの記憶が保存されているわ。8ヶ月前のクリスだけれどね。
They're barely 8 months old. Aww. Several days passed after the ATF party. 10 minutes from Ikebukuro via the express train. And then 10 minutes by bus from a station called Wako City in Saitama, northwest of Tokyo. The office I was looking for was on the second floor of a building right next to Riken. Global Brain Science Comprehensive Research Organization, Japanese Office Prep Room. That was what the plate on the door said. That was a mouthful. To get in, you needed 3 types of special keys, plus a security card.
ここは
What is this place?
各国の脳科学研究者が連携をして
Planet for brain science.
新しい
Small
機構を
grounds.
作る予定なの。
Every time they say
私たち
Amadeus,
の研
they
究
make
所
me
が主
think
導
of
してね。
Falco song. Yeah! Actually, you know what? I don't know. Just because like I really liked it a lot, it reminds me of the movie Amadeus. That was about the fuck was it about? Beethoven? I think it was Beethoven. Oh man, no, hold on. My cat just threw up and I just want to make sure my cat is okay. Hey, you know what? Lovely team, give me 1 second. Let me check on my cat because he is vomiting really quick. 1 second. Okay, sorry guys, I am back. My cat vomited, and I guess he just had like a crazy ass hairball or something, but he's kind of getting old, but not that old. I just wanted to make sure because I love the furball. I'm a cat lover. Okay, let's do this. Get the beautiful Jean-Claude Van Damme in here. Boom! Alright, let's get back into this game. Alright, so thank you, Dr. Manor and Pulse, for being patient, and everyone else that is watching right now. I greatly appreciate that. Let's go ahead and put this in auto. The office must have been newly rented. Most of the desks were simply empty, showing no signs of even having been used. And yes, Amadeus! Oh, Mozart. Yeah, that's right, that's right. I forget if it was Beethoven or Mozart, but it was like Mozart. That was a good movie. I like that movie. That was super good. Classical music is something that I do listen to every once in a while. Like, classical opera music, or like, you know, Mozart stuff. Beethoven. Bach. Oh yeah, some good stuff. The only illumination was from the overhead. I didn't read it. Sorry guys. I was reminiscing on all that stuff. It's fun. No one was sitting at any of the desks, but two of them had stuff on them. Woohoo! One of them was a mess, filled with notes, calculators, coffee cups, and supplement bottles. That was the one Maho sat down at. Which meant the one that was neatly organized must belong to Dr. Leskinen, right?
教授は
今日はオフ。
Off today? Well, it was Sunday.
君も
Are you off today too? Heck no.
そうじゃなかったら昼過ぎまで寝ていられるわけないでしょ。
That's true. When I've gone to pick up her from pick her up from her hotel in Waco City, she'd come out of the room half asleep. She sure would, I guess. This was the day I was to meet Amadeus Krisu. Ooh. Maha had gone over the basics of being a tester on the way here. Essentially, Amadeus needed sample data for conversations, and they were going to give me an environment where I could talk to it at any time, 24 hours a day. Oh, nice. She shouldn't give me any details beyond that, though. So, I'll be able to talk to Amadeus Krisu 24 hours a day.
あいつは
Huh?
クリスのアマデウスはここにいるのか
Veris the mysterious Getos have at last appeared in Akihabara. Yeah. Veris, danger. Oh, omuraisu. Those are pretty good. Although it's intense in the amount of rice they give you, and the sauce is literally just ketchup. It's literally ketchup. But me and the wife made some that was really authentic and home, where we actually used tomato sauce. We didn't use that much rice, but put a bunch of vegetables in there and had like our own little omelet veggie rice thing. That was fun. That was really good. Oh, I wish I could text. I wish I could text. Add a new person. Add a new person. I want to start a group text. Okay, never mind that. Fine. Auto.
ええ。
Maho nodded and gave me a glance.
あいつと呼んだわよね、今。
ああ
私が思っているよりもずっと親しかったのね、あなたたち。
Maybe my silence was an answer in itself. Of course. Maho's response was uncharacteristically hesitant.
だとしたら
Do I have another message?
会うのは
I do.
やめた方がいいかもしれないわよ。
Oh, I can't. Okay. Okay, maybe I have a moment of your time. Not today! That's what I'm supposed to send? Oh, darn it. I wanted to go side to side. Really sorry. We can talk about it later. Okay. Sorry, Lukaku. Or Lukaku. Please and thank you. Onegaishimasu. 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 Ah, I screwed up that conversation. Okay, anyways. Let's continue.
どうしてだ？
相手が親しい人であればあるほど、あのシステムは残酷だと思うから。
Okay.
大丈夫だ。
分かった。もう言わない。その代わり一つ覚えておいて。ロードする記憶はクリスが最後に更新をした3月のデータをベースにしたものよ。だから3月以降、例えば彼女が日本に留学していた時のことを聞いても全く通じない。
Hey, hey, that's right.
それに
Isn't it?
3月から今日までの間に私や教授が何度も起動してしまっているから、その度にクリスは、アマデウスの方のクリスね。彼女は元のクリスとは違う記憶を蓄積しているわ。私たちが聞かせた話、ネットで検索した情報、新しく会話を交わした人たち、そういったものをね。つまり、
Okay. No
これ
talking.
から会う
Okay.
のはあなたの友人だったマセ・クリスではない
Come on.
ということ。
In other words.
このシステムの問題点の一つなんだけれど、往々にしてこちら側、つまり人間の方が混乱してしまうのよ。まるで本当のクリスと今この瞬間にチャットでもしているような錯覚に陥るから。
So don't get reality and fantasy mixed up, I guess.
共有できていない記憶の齟齬に関してこちらの脳がついていけなくなってしまうのね。
Memories that aren't shared. Now there's a feeling I knew well. Reading Steiner. It was a power only I possessed, which made my memories different than those of people around me.
案内してくれ。
こっちよ。
This way. Whoa, that went by pretty freaking fast. There was a bit separated by a thick partition. It just like popped up and I looked over and I was gonna try and read it and it went away really quick. To get inside the booth, you needed a different card key than the one used to get into the room, as well as a security code.
ずいぶん厳重なんだな。
今の時代、サンドスパイが一番恐ろしいの。
She entered the security code and unlocked the door.
どうぞ。
Go inside. Go. どうぞ. The room was about 2.5 meters per side. At one end was a white desk, and above it was a PC with a built-in 30-inch screen monitor.
少しだけ後ろに座っていて。
That's nice. Sit just behind me. There was a small sofa that let you sit. There's a small sofa that let you sit behind the user, and that let you sit behind the user. And say, okay, let's see what's happening on the screen. I sat there. Perfect. Brilliant. Maho powered on the PC and began to type. Alright, the second ladder, the words, Amadeus system appeared. Okay, I saw her put the ID in. Salieri. Salieri. Debs! Oh, okay. Was there some meaning to that? Come to think of it, in the famous movie Amadeus, there was a character who was spiteful and jealous of Mozart's incredible talents. But who, in the bottom of his heart, admired him more than anyone else? Nah? That was a lot to read, and wow, sorry, I looked away. The character's name was Salieri. Don't look at the password. Mom moved her head, her body to hide her hands. I looked away because I'm so kind. Finish logging in. Sorry. Are you ready? Sure, I'm ready.
頼む。
Let's do it. Alright, Mahu enters several commands at the prompt.
ごめんなさい。ここはちょっと見せられないの。
まあ、俺が見たところでさっぱりだけどな。
でも、一応ね。
She turned off the monitor. Then she spun around to face me. I suddenly realized I was clenching my fist. How long had I been doing that? My hands were sweaty, and there was a red spot on the base of my thumb where my nails had dug in. Was I more nervous than I realized? And she's looking at me, giving me that smile.
いや、今になってちょっとおじけづいてきた。
まだ間に合うわよ。今すぐここから出ていけばいいわ。
意地が悪いな。
そう？あなたのこと心配してあげてるのに。
だったらもう少しそれらしい言い方をした方がいい。クリスといい、君といい、実験大好きっ子は。
For a second, the old joking. What? For a second, the old joking me was. Oh, I don't know. That was weirdly put. I don't know. I was trying to figure that out. I couldn't change my mind. People who spent all the time doing experiments can be so.
今の発言は明らかに誹謗中傷ね。侮辱罪で訴えてあげてもいいわ。
やめてくれ、恐ろしい。
いい弁護士を知っているから紹介してあげましょうか。
その前に告訴を取り下げてくれ。
示談に持ち込もうというのなら、それ相応の金額は覚悟することね。
後で毒ペンを怒るからな。
安い。
You're so cheap. I heard a small sound from the back of her throat when she said that, like she meant it. I guess she was laughing. Oh, thank God. Normally, I find that irritating. But strangely, coming from the girl in front of me, no, she was a grown woman, actually. I didn't. Maho Yaho was very strong-willed, with the prickliness and short temper unique to scientists. She always seemed to be a little upset about something. But maybe... Oh, I see. She, Maho, she's a lot like Kisu. Arrogant, rude, never willing to change her mind, stubborn, hard-headed, and always ready to confront you with the raised eyebrows whenever you said something she didn't like. It sounds like a tsundere. I truly thought I'd never seen a more unlikable woman. But despite my first impression, on the inside, she turned out to be fragile, easily hurt, and so kind, and so lovable.
何がおかしいんです、先輩。
I suddenly heard a girl's voice from the speaker. Oh. I found myself jumping off the sofa. I knew this voice. I couldn't forget it. I could never. Maho turned on the monitor. The girl I'd never forgotten appeared on the screen. Maybe it was based off of her appearance at the brain scientist lab. Because she was wearing a white lab coat, the PC's camera turned toward me on its own.
先輩、そちらの方は。
Holy crap, I was drinking something. But I didn't hear anything she was saying. Oh, Lord Almighty. I simply stared, entranced. I wanted to reach out my hands. I wanted to touch her. She was right there. And she turned me down. Called me hentai.
はじめまして。牧瀬クリスです。どうぞよろしく。
Even though she said, I look forward to working with you. Is this barely the intro? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize I unclicked something. My bad, guys. But look at that. It's like the intro to the anime. It's awesome. Oh, Kaberitaro. Gonna be a long game, Paulsa says. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a long game. Oh shit. I'm gonna pull through, guys. I'm gonna pull through for all of you. That was a nice intro. I liked it. Seems like a good break point. It does kind of seem like a good break point, right? See ya.
I'm
just playing. I'm here. I'm here.
あなたは私の声を架け橋として過去へと降りていきます。どんどん降りていって、やがて柔らかい色をした光が見えてきます。
Oh, I was dreaming? Daydreaming. I was aware that I was lying on a big sofa, undergoing counseling. I tried my best to stay calm and imagine what the psychologist was telling me.
その光は何色に見えますか?
Black is light. Oh, it's red.
赤。
赤ですか。なるほど。
I'm guessing she was an
その
AI.
光の中に
Maybe, Paulsa. Maybe. It seems that way, doesn't it?
あなたの家族でしょうか?
Like, Rintaro didn't even know that he was talking to an AI because of that demonstration and everything. So maybe it wasn't just a screen. Maybe there is actually like a full-built AI or something like that. I wonder. Lover? No. Not my lover.
友人ですらない。
ではどういう?
俺とあいつは
She and I are. Memories came flooding back into my mind like a geyser. An aka geyser. There she is, Krisu! What? It's the one I killed. Krisu. Spoiler alert! Mayuri Shina is not needed.
話して。あんたがタイムリープしたのは分かってる。マユリを助けて。ベータ世界線へ行きなさい。マユリが死なない世界へ。それがあんたのためでもあるし、私のためでもある。
Ooh, a kiss, and then from that kiss, I choked the shit out of you, and you die. I mean, I'm not sure that's what really happened. I'm pretty sure that's not what really happens. Trust me, that's not what really happens. I'm just being funny. Yeah, like, what did you do to her, Rintaro? Seriously, that's a lot of blood, and she's bleeding through her mouth. Did you, like stab her with your hands? Did you stab her with a spoon?
俺が刺した
Wait, excuse me.
いいですか。私があなたの肩を叩きます。それを合図に意識がはっきりしてきますから。3、2、1、はい。
There was a loud sound, and then I felt an impact on my shoulders. Kurisu's suffering face disappeared instantly, and I could feel my consciousness awakening. Okay, let's go. Come on. I stood up off the sofa. I felt dizzy and almost fell
大丈夫
over.
ですか。少し休んでいてください。今タオルを持ってきますから。
The psychologist left the room. I realized I was soaked in sweat. The air conditioner was working, so I can tell it was from the heat. Either that or he slipped you some LSD. I don't know. It was the first time I tried hypnotherapy. Oh, that's what it was. At a mental health clinic. It was probably LSD. I don't know. My body felt strangely something. Strangely what? What did it feel like? I'm looking at the stream right now. Strangely heavy. Oh, maybe it was mushrooms then. Okay, it was almost December, and the wind was cold. I was gonna say, it usually gets kind of cold during like November, but then February times like butt-ass cold in Japan. Mayuri shouldn't ask me gently. Mayuri was a high school student and my childhood friend. She should come with me to the counseling today. Oh crap! Almost dropped something. I told her I didn't need her to, but she left school early to come. So sweet. All I ever did was make her worthy. Around 3 months ago, my obsessions had been saving her. To me, she had always been someone I had to protect. And now she was worried about me. It was only because of Mayuri's recommendation that I tried counseling. Let's talk to someone. Amadeus. Got a sec, Uncle Okarin? But what? Okay. What are you gonna say, girl? What are you gonna say? Listen, what do you think I should do about Mom and Dad? Screw 'em. Sneak out through the window. I just can't see them getting together like this. What do you mean? If they love each other, let them be with each other. Uncle Akarin, is there anything you can do? No. You know, there's nothing I can do to help with that. Seriously. Kinda hurts that you just gave up that easily. It doesn't seem to be your kind of thing, Uncle. Jealous! Ooh, Amadeus! Oh, I want to talk to Amadeus. Can I make a phone call? Who should I call, guys? Mayuri? Daru? Lukaku? Suzuha? Faris? Yukiyamane? Or Mahoyaho? Or Yajo? Oh man, I've been saying it like almost Spanish, like Latin's pronunciation. Hiajo. Hiajo. Jo. Yeah, I totally been saying it wrong. Son of a bitch. My apologies, everybody in Japan. Hiajo. Hiajo. Okay, yeah, so I get that. How about we call her because she's with us and it'll be funny. Oh, you can't call her. Can't call her. We can't call her. We can't call her. We can't call her. We can't call him. We can't call her. Can't call no one. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Wait, Oh no, but there's no. Okay, yeah, nah, we're good. All right, Otto. It's not that bad. They said. I told her a small lie to make her feel better. Actually, they told me I had suffered serious trauma. They stopped the hypnotherapy and given me a course of counseling and drugs. Now they wanted to wait to see the results. Basically, they decided there was nothing to do but to treat my symptoms and wait for it to heal naturally. So you're gonna treat the symptoms by like Chinese medicine? I couldn't tell if what Maho had shown me yesterday was having an effect. I underwent treatment without telling the psychologist about the time machine, or the world lines, or most of the things that had happened. So maybe there was no way for them to make a proper diagnosis. I'm gonna have to head on. I still haven't played Tokyo-san, dude. Oh, dude, don't worry. And you have work in the morning. Dude, pasta. Don't worry, dude. It's perfectly awesome. I hope you have fun playing the game, Tokyo-san, dude. And I'll see you on the flip side. Maybe tomorrow. We'll probably be playing tomorrow. But yeah, let's continue on with the game and pasta. You have a great day, man. Peace out.
何か食べに行くか。おごるぞ。
それなら秋葉原に行ってもいいかな。ルカ君とフェリスちゃんがね、久々にオカリンに会いたいって。
Oh, Akihabara, huh? The clinic was in walking distance of my house. Akihabara was much farther away. But even so, I couldn't turn down my Yuri's request. Ooh, Akihabara Station! Until the events of this summer, I'd gone there almost every day. In fact, I'd probably lived there. Lately, I only went 3 times a week, at the absolute most. And then only to go shopping on the way home from school. We went out into the plaza in front of the station. Just like in Ikebukuro, even though it was only a month until Christmas, which is like Couples Day in Japan. Christmas is basically Valentine's Day, from what I've come to know. Seriously, I swear to God. And then Valentine's Day is Naniga? Boys' Day or something like that? Christmas Day? That's where you give each other gifts? I forget. It's like flipped. It's completely flipped. Maids in Santa outfits passing out flyers. Come on, that exists all the time during Christmas in Akihabara. It literally does. Cool. I like that outfit. Ferris and Luca must have been waiting. They ran over as soon as they saw us. I missed you, Nya. Ferris and Nyan jumped at me without the slightest hesitation. She was a maid, and Ferris wasn't her real name. I knew her real name, but I didn't call her a Ferris all the time. Even when she wasn't working, she'd get mad at me. Oh. She wasn't wearing the same outfit she always wore. Work clothes from her job at the maid cafe, Maid Queen Nyan squared. Because it had a 2 on there, Nyan squared. Was Maid Queen going to switch to Santa outfits soon? Oh. I tried to pull Ferris off of me, but it wasn't working. Maybe I should just steal the cat ears off of her head. Ferris was upset, but I decided to ignore her. Kyoma Yoin was part of the past I sealed away. I decided to pretend he never existed. He had meddled with the forbidden invention called the time machine, and as a result, the system that ruled the world had punished him. He dashed the hopes of many, lost the life of someone he cared for, and his heart and suffered grievous wounds. He must never be awakened again. I didn't need him anymore.
じゃあなんて呼べばいいのかにゃ。
そりゃ岡部とか。
やっぱりオカリンって呼ぶのが可愛い。
Alright guys, hold on one second. I need to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep it playing so you guys can just continue reading and everything. Oh, I'll read this last one. Okay, by the way, Ferris, what was the mirror to call Ferris? She claimed it was easier to pronounce or something like that. Something like that.
マユシーが言うならこれからそう呼ぶにゃ。なんだか違和感あるけど。
ルカ君も久しぶりだな。
はい。なんだかとても懐かしいような気がします。僕時々ラボに顔を出すんですけど、岡部さん最近あんまり来ていませんよね。
ああ、大学のゼミが忙しいんだ。 ATF の準備もあったしな。
Okay, I am back. Sorry about that, guys. Deeply sorry.
あとサークル活動もしてるしな。
サークルに入ったんですか？何のサークルかにゃ？やっぱり UFO とか UMA とか。
UFOs and UMAs? Who do you guys think I am? I guess I hadn't told him then. Mayuri, pretty sure I told you. As the two of them looked at me with wide eyes, I cracked a knowing smile and puffed at my chest.
テニスサークルだ。
It's a tennis club. Yes. Oh, the people around all turned out to beat up.
サークルなのかにゃ？
People around us
岡部さん、
stare at
今ま
Ferris
で
and Luca.
テニスなんてやってましたっけ？
初心者に決まっているだろ。
I may not look it, but I'm terrible at sports. I bet you are. I'm confident I lose at Mayuri at distance running.
じゃあにゃんで？
話せば長くなるんだが、大学のゼミの准教授がテニスサークルの顧問なんだ。それで勧誘された。
一つも長くないにゃ。
まあ聞けって。相手は一応世話になっている人だし、サークルに顔を出してみたんだ。そうしたらなんと俺にはテニスの才能があるらしくな。初心者にもかかわらず会員相手に連戦連勝だったんだ。どうだ、大したもんだろ。
岡部さんってやっぱりすごいです。
こんなことならプロテニスプレイヤーを目指しておけばよかったかな。
目指せウィンブルドンだね。
Is it Wimbledon? I thought it
どう
was
したフェイ
Wimbledon.
ズ？
Oh, well, anyways.
頭でも痛いのか？
どこからどう突っ込めばいいのやら。どう考えてもサークルの会員数を増やすための罠じゃないかにゃ。
steal him? Huh?
はっきり言うな。
What is this?
俺も
Oh, D.
そうじゃないかと
It's
思
a
ってる
visual novel
考えないようにして
of
る
an
んだから。
anime game called Steins Gate
でも
Zero.
みんな
I'm
いい
not
人
sure
ばっ
if
かり
you've
な
seen
ん
the
ださ。
anime. You might have.
じゃ
Or read the manga at
あ
least.
暮れの履修が忙しい
Oh, hey, I wanted to tell you, dude. I actually bought my very first
Oh,
manga
yeah.
to read.
練習はあんまりしてないかな。
Went to good old Barnes and Noble and I was like, where's the manga
一
section?
体何してるの？
I know visual novel. See, I know you all too well. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry. You've heard about it. Okay, cool. It's a pretty... If you get around to reading the manga or light novel or wherever the heck it is, I think it might be a light novel? Shit. I can't
何
remember.
驚くことないだろう。
No one hit me, please.
俺だって
But anyways,
普通
it's
の
pretty
大
good.
学生なんだから。
And then as far as what I bought a manga story and art by Tatsuki Fujimoto. And the manga is called Fire Punch. It's a shonen style manga. Does it actually have genre? Oh no, I had to look it up on my anime list. But yeah, it's like shonen style. Like the artwork almost looks kind of like My Hero Academia, but I don't think it is. I need to do figure research on that. How embarrassing! In fact, I went along with the rest of the club, but there really wasn't any place for a wannabe normal like myself. You've ever heard of it? Dude, it looks pretty cool actually. Yeah, Fire Punch. My anime list. We're gonna go to good old my anime list because you know they always have everything practically. Either that or manga updates or something like that. Holy crap, there's a whole text right here. There was no way I could keep up with the conversations that the, well, normies had. Oh, a matchmaking party was a challenge, far beyond my capabilities. Okay, Fair Punch. And there's only a manga. It has not been adapted into an anime, Fire Punch, so it's pretty cool. Let's see here. Tatsuki Fujimoto.
何？
Tatsuki Fujimoto. Oh, he's very unknown. Okay, never mind. Seems pretty cool though. I can't read. I honestly can't wait to read it actually. It's got like a 7 out of 10 over on my anime list, so that's pretty cool.
間違ってはいないけど、なんだか微妙にニュアンスが違う気がするね。場所はラボでいいかな。
Nice. Nice, thank you, yeah. So I'm gonna read it. I haven't read it yet, but it's got 4 chapters in this one volume. No, wait, sorry, 8 chapters in this one volume that I got. And it looks pretty interesting. The first few pages are already intense. Like hardcore. Looks kind of like post-apocalyptic superhero kind of movie. Or manga. Ooh. A true warrior who was still fighting even as I was trying my best to give up. I kind of want to buy Berserk and My Hero Academia manga. You should definitely get the My Hero Academia manga because I can vouch for that. And the Berserk is definitely better than. Dude, you know what? Just get them both. Honestly, get them both. They're so good. I highly recommend you get them. Actually, I mean, the anime was great for both. I can only imagine the manga is actually 10 times better. You know, original storyboard and all that stuff, the original perception of it, it wasn't changed, having to interpret it from manga or print into animation and everything. Oh, my voice is kind of lagging? Oh, I'm sorry about that. It might be because the meter is a little too high, maybe my voice because I'm speaking too loud or anything like that, but I was going to say, you should buy both, dude. I highly recommend My Hero Academia because that anime is awesome as hell, and I can only imagine that the manga is better. And the same thing for Berserk. Dude, yeah, get them both. You would enjoy them. At least the first volumes, first 2 volumes, so you can, you know, kind of see what's about, get into it, and then decide from there. But it is up to you.
あのね、
Huh?
I will if I find them.
君と一緒に考
Oh,
えて
you'll find them. Viz Media has My Hero Academia. Berserk, I'm not too sure. Actually, give me 1 second. I could probably find out for you.
っていうとどんな作戦かにゃね
I hate waiting after release. But you like buying every volume. So, okay, so you just hate waiting after release. Yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about. That's how I am with a lot of anime too. Like One Piece, man. Jesus. It just goes on. It doesn't want to freaking end, and I have to keep up with that, and it's intense. She might have been thinking about it for a long time. So I decided to respond as truthfully as I could.
聞かせてくれよ、まゆり。
ねマユシーは思うんだすずさんって普段は怖いけど本当はすっごく優しい
If you want the
人
Berserk
なんじゃないか
manga,
なって
it's on Amazon or RightStuff.com. I just don't know if RightStuff ships to the US. I think they might be all North America.
いつの間にかタオルケ
It
ッ
will
トが
never.
かかってたりするの
Nice.
すずさんに聞いてもそんなの知らないとしか言わないんだけどあ、僕もそういうことありました
Oh?
以前
Oh.
お父さんに買い物を頼まれてその帰りに荷物が重くて困っていたんです
Yeah, that's
そうしたら
horrible. Massage.
甘根さんが通りかって何も言わずに持ってくださったんですよ
初耳だな。
こんなこと当たり前から誰にも言うなってあ、言っていましたけど
そっか。
Well, the chick on the right is so skinny. Oh my god, I know, man. It's like she's a model or something. She's anorexic and she's gonna die. In the Alpha World line, she was a cheerful girl who smiled at everyone and who loved to go mountain biking. Hey, hey, hey. I love biking. No meat, only bones. I know. I fear for her life. But in this world line, she was the type, just as partially due to the way she'd grown up. But in this world line, she wasn't the type who smiled a lot. Oh, she never smiled a lot. Ah, I see. I've heard about it third hand from Daru. But because of the universal conscription program that started after World War II, oh no, III, broke out, she'd been forced to undergo military training ever since she was in middle school. Dang, poor girl. Sorry for her. Alright. And after that, she joined up with the anti-government forces and gotten caught in the terrible struggle. Bummers. After that, he said, she never really smiled. Bumsville.
だからね
What the devil is this? We got a subscriber! And it's D!
具体的には何
For
をするのかね
resubscribing. Thank you very much, man. You are awesome as heck! You get that nice little... Dude, 11 months, you're almost a year.
クリスマスパーティー
I'm so... That's awesome. That's like... That's... We should do a celebration when you're doing like a year. I'm gonna freaking
もうす
give
ぐ
you
クリ
like
ス
a...
マスだよ
I'll give you a code. If not, I'll buy you a game.
パーティーを
Anyone that does like a year subscription to us, I'll freaking like I'll buy you a game with reasonable price. Maybe something from like Humble Bundle. GOG. You know, I could like donate like $17 and then like you can get a shitload of games. I would love to do that for you guys. I really would. That would be awesome as heck. A virtual hug. Oh, hell yeah, dude! Virtual hugs all around, D.
僕も
Seriously. Thank you for the resubscribe, man. That's awesome of you. Of course, as always, you get this sucker right here. Rock and roll, buddy. Freaking rock and roll. I'm gonna give you the nice little celebration. Because we love my little Ren and everything.
そうだ。
And then we're gonna get back into this because you're here and you resubscribe to us.
俺はともかく。スハが嫌がるんじゃ
Alright, now let's get back to this visual novel. Let's do it. Alright. I still couldn't forget the look on Suzuha's face when I told her that. Oh, she was appalled. It was an expression filled with anger and despair. She must have felt like her last and most desperate hope was crumbling away right in front of her eyes. The words she said to me then were still sharp thorns lodged in my heart. Oh. Piercing words.
鈴葉は俺を嫌ってるし。
マユシーはそうは思わないよ。すずさんはね、コカリンを怒っちゃったこと後悔してるんじゃないかな。その気持ちをサオに言えないんだと思うのです。
そうだろうか。
きっとそうだよ。
I couldn't turn her down after Miyaru said that. Oh.
わかった。
What the hell? I
少し
just
考え
took
てみ
a
るよ。
look at the Smash invitation from Switch and it's just I know. I noticed that too, D. I was gonna make a comment about that, but I got the press release a little too late and I was busy doing other things. But I noticed they said that they were gonna open it up for anyone to participate and to make it a challenge, so you can get into like the tournament and everything. They made it seem like it was open invitation, and then they end up choosing, or I guess if it's open invitation, it's normals and the pros. So obviously the pros would freaking make it. So I was kind of like that was interesting. That was interesting about that news. It was, I don't know what to say. I liked it because it felt like they were giving a chance to like the the little person and all that stuff. But then everyone that's on there is a freaking pro. Has been to Evo. Has been to some sort of freaking like championship convention or anything like that. Like invitationals and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, seriously. Man, I thought it would be full of Nintendo ambassadors or something. That was, that was another option that I thought. But at the same time, I honestly thought it was to exclude the pros, but they excluded them. What kind of contest is this, dude? Like, I thought it was for the people more, like the norms, the regular folk. It was interesting. It was interesting. I don't know what to say. Oh, Nintendo, that's all we can say. They're like the puppy that shits on the carpet, but you can't help but forgive them. Clean it up. Oh, anyway, there was no point in standing around forever. I was getting hungry, and it was time to find some place to eat. Oof. Tabaru.
なあ、お前たち何が食べたい？おごるぞ。
We decided to head towards Yorobashi. Ooh! Yorobashi Electrics. There were a lot of restaurants there, so it was perfect. There's in Akihabara, it's full of freaking electronic shops and restaurants. Those are the two things that are abundant in Akihabara. If no one knew.
何食べようかな。唐揚げかな。ジューシー唐揚げ？マユシはそればっかりにゃん。
Oh, I walked behind the three of them. And I thought to myself, what would it be like if Kurisu were here? Oh, dude, this guy's obsessed with Kurisu. I tried my hardest for the past few months not to think about her, but... Was it because of my experience yesterday that I did it anyways? Oh, Lord, the expression of little mannerisms I seen yesterday. The voice. The way she walked. I remembered my conversations with her.
岡部倫太郎さん。はじめまして。牧瀬クリスです。どうぞよろしく。
どうぞよろしくね。I couldn't respond at all. Something felt slightly off about the way Kurisu moved on that screen. Because she was dead and downloaded into the computer. I don't know. But it was really slight. I had to get used to it soon. More importantly, the voice and the way she spoke were exactly like the real Kurisu. That's pretty crazy. I almost cried. I couldn't imagine. That would be like, imagine like, you know, your grandparent, all of a sudden you're talking to like your AI grandparents and everything like that. Like, that's insane.
先輩
If they had died, I'm saying.
そちらは
I'm
深
sorry.
夜
If
と
they
いうわけでは
actually
ないですよね
Carrying on.
ええ、違うけれど、なぜ？
お二人とももしかして眠いのではないか
When she was worried about the fact that I didn't respond to her introduction, was she?
私はさっきまで寝ていたけれど、今はもうしゃっきり目が覚めているわ。
だらしないのは相変わらずですね
失礼なことを言わないで。
では先輩もう一つ質問しても
ええ、何？
岡部倫太郎さんとは
Fonzy,
どういう
did
関
you
係ですか
beat God of War? God of War!
この前
No,
の
I have
ATX
not
セミナ
beat
ーに
it yet.
参
I'm
加してく
still
れた
playing
学
that
生よ。
sucker. Little by
な
little.
かなか研究熱心
It
だと思ったから
sickens
連
me
れ
that
て
I
きた
have
の。
played this little by little. But hopefully this weekend, I'm gonna try and play the crap out of that game. And if I do, and I have time to do it this weekend, I'll probably just do a surprise stream, just stream the shit out of it. Have you guys join me while I play God of War? Yeah, so sorry. I love God of War.
え
It's so
先
fun.
輩にそう言
It's
わ
so
れるなんて
good.
大したもんです
And I like how it's the leading single player game right now that's in a world almost overpowered by battle royale games or multiplayer games and everything.
そう
It's one of the leading games out there right now. It's so cool.
岡部さん専攻はやはり脳科学ですか
それは
Yeah, I said calm down. Calm down now. Words. Her appearance. Even the conversations she's been having with you right now. They're all artificial. Imagine it talking to an artificial. Seriously, BR games are taking over the world, and by BR, mainly Fortnite. That's true. That is true. Although I actually had a conversation with some friends of mine in the industry and everything, and we were kind of wondering. It's like, okay, well, you know, you have PUBG that was like pretty much the start of the genre, I guess you could say, or whatnot, and then it was only on PC. And then it went over to Xbox, got a little more popular, but Fortnite started doing their thing, but it almost became more popular. Actually, I think it's like on the cusp. There's like this really fine line of who's gonna win between PUBG and Fortnite. But Fortnite is available on all platforms. PUBG isn't. I feel like if PUBG's available on the PS4, then it'll dominate it again, and it'll probably continue to dominate for the rest of time. If PUBG's released on PS4, that is fucking it. Right there. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. My heart rate soared, and my breathing became irregular. My head was spinning in the corners of my vision.
どうし
Oh,
ました岡部さん
I didn't get to read the rest. Kurisu sounded worried. That voice, software must be pretty good. It could handle nuances like that.
彼の専攻は脳科学ではないわ。
His major isn't brain science,
だけど、
but
私たちの研究に
he's
とても
very
興味があるん
interested
で
in
すって。
research. Oh,
そうなんですか
レスキネン教授も気に入ってるみたいだし、いずれは私の助手にでもしてやろうかと思っているとこよ。
alright, my head snapped. Surprise, Maho. Oh, Maho. I have a friend named Maho. I said that earlier, but to those who are new, I have a friend named Maho. Like an actual girl named Maho.
あ
She
ら、
lives in Japan.
お気に召さない
Oh, you don't like the idea.
お気に召すとか召さないとかそういう問題じゃな
No
くて
one likes the idea, especially when we have to start a sentence like that.
ま、
No one likes likes to.
冗談だけれどね。
冗談？
もしかして本気にした？
信じちゃいない。
ないです。I wasn't going to tell her that I almost did. Of course not. Why would you?
そう。でも、もっともっと勉強してくれれば、あながち冗談じゃなくなるかもしれないわよ。
仮にそうだとしても、レスキネン教授の助手がいい。
This is my way of getting back at her. Because you're a little bee.
教授の助手って思っている以上に大変よ。あの方は本当に子供だから。
As she spoke, she quietly came over next to me and tapped me on the arm a few times. A few times. I see. So that was it. She was making a joke to try and calm me down. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
悪かった。
わかったです。
ありがとう。
何のことかしら？
I don't think subtlety was her thing. Didn't think so. Subtlety. Subtlety. Gosh! Oh man, I've been reading too much today. My mind is going crazy. Kurisu beckoned Maho from within the screen in a very human manner.
何？
もうちょっとこっち。スピーカーに入れてください。
This Kurisu. Maho moved her ear close to the speaker. I was just thinking about how weird it was to win. Win what? Maho suddenly turned bright red and shouted at the screen.
そんなわけないでしょ。何を言ってるのあなた。
そんなに照れなくても。
照れてるわけじゃないわ。とにかくおかしなことを言うのはやめて。
そうですか？
そうです。
一体何の話を？
It was obvious that Kurisu had whispered something to Maho. What did he say? Oh, did she say? Sorry. Maho glanced at me. And for some reason, she blushed and turned away. Ah, I see. From the way Maho was acting, and what I knew about Kurisu, there was only one possibility.
このスイーツ
Extreme woman! The girl is tacky. I whispered, a name I'd often tease Kurisu with, and suddenly felt a lot better. She must have said something stupid like, "You two make a good couple," or "You finally found a man." Huh? That's so mean. And there was a punctuation mark in there that wasn't supposed to be in there. Shame on you, spell checkers. Okay. The way she looked at the boy and the girl holding a friendly conversation and immediately assumed that they were dating was just like the Kurisu I knew. Oh, cool. Just finished it just in time. Jeez, what a system. I didn't need to be that true to her personality, did it? Did it need to be that true to? Of course it is. It's an AI. Come on. I chuckled. Do you think that this Kurisu also browses at channel when Maho at the professor and the professor aren't looking? Oh, maybe. Nah, knowing her, she's probably commenting. I remember Kurisu once browsed that channel in the Future Gadget Laboratory's computer when she knew nobody else was around. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Oh man, so much read, so much dialogue.
お前はやるべきことをサボって何を見ていた？
Wait a sec. I hear an echo. Hold on a sec.
おい、その、これはひどい。はいはい、ワロスワロスみたいな笑い方はなんだ？
Oh my god, where'd it go? Why did it minimize? It's so stupid.
俺はに気づいてい
Nope, it's not even doing it. Okay, screw it. I wanted to move something, but it wasn't doing it, so never mind, forget it. I've been having problems with this window for this game. It won't let me exit out of it at all. I'm completely focused on it. Oh well. And then I hear an echo, but seriously. Do you guys hear an echo? Or is it just me? I pray to God that it's just me. Your soul's power level. Huh. My silly remarks seem to have a much deeper meaning now. Maybe. Was the girl in front of me one day going to, as Dr. Liskin had said, become a real artificial soul? Ooh, maybe. When that happens, what are we supposed to call a soul that still exists in this world after the body was gone? Good question. Not dead or alive, but something in between. An astro-existent sentient being or something like that? I have no idea. Alright, this wasn't science anymore. It was all... What was it? It was philosophy? Or maybe religion? Ooh.
そうやってごまかすところがますます怪しいですね。
ウイルスをぶち込むわよ。
嘘です。もう言いません。
Chris quickly bowed her head. Back when Kurisu was still alive, she had conversations like this with Maho every day. I'm sure Dosca Leskinen had a lot of fun watching them. Probably. It was actually kind of cute.
お騒がせしてごめんなさい、岡部さん。彼女と何か話してみる？
Maho offered me the seat in front of the PC. Kurisu's face was on a monitor right in front of me. When our eyes met, she smiled a little. I didn't know she reacted like this to people when she first met them. That's interesting. Yeah, the whole AI thing is pretty intense. But my meeting with Kurisu went about as badly as it possibly could have. I realized that her prickly attitude towards me could have been unusual for her. Alright. This wasn't good. I was remembering every moment I ever spent with Kurisu. I couldn't think of what to say. And then the words that came out of my mouth were... That was what I'd once argued about with Kurisu on another world line. In the end, I lost the argument completely.
Time machine ですか？
何の話始めるのかと思ったらいきなり何？
ただのテストだよ。思考実験ができるかどうかっていう。
どうクリス？
そうですね。結論から言ってしまうとタイムマシンは可能ではない。けれど不可能とまでは言い切れないといったところでしょうか。
That wasn't what she said.
最初に結論を言ってしまうとタイムマシンなんていうのは馬鹿らしい代物だということです。
That's what Kurisu had said in the Alpha World line. I remember that well.
俺はタイムマシンなんて馬鹿らしい代物だと思うけどな。
I remember our old debate and decided to repeat what Kurisu had said then.
そう決めつけるのは早計ですよ。
そうかな。確かに世界中の科学者がタイムトラベル理論を提唱している。主な理論だけで11あるが、どれも仮説の域を出ない。しかも 理論同士が矛盾し否定し合っているものまである。
ええ。
例えば宇宙紐理論やワームホール理論、これらは思考実験としてはタイムトラベルを可能にするが、そもそも宇宙紐だのエキゾチック物質だのどこからどう探してくればいいのか見当もつかない。つまり現実的ではない。
That theory is shit. This was also something that Kurisa had told me in the Alpha World line. Oh, interesting. Okay. But the Kurisu on the screen was
それ
unmoved.
は科学者がまだ重大な何かを発見できていないからでしょうね。
それじゃあ君はタイムマシンをいつか作れると思っているのか。
不可能とまでは言い切れない。そう言いましたよ。
Yeah, her opinion was slightly different. Was this because I was in the beta world line? Or perhaps...
なあ、ヒアジョーさん。彼女は自分がオリジナルの記憶から派生した存在だと。
もちろん。
じゃあ、うまい例が思いつかないんだが、一卵性ソーセージみたいなことはあるのか。生まれた時は見分けがつかない。だが、育つにつれて差異が出てくるとか、そういうこと。
それについてはまだ検証中だけれど、蓄積されていく記憶が異なれば当然元の人間とは違うものになっていくと思うわ。私と教授はそう考えている。
そっか。
It was then that I heard the door on the other side of the partition slam shut.
教授かしら。
あの大きな足音はそうじゃないでしょうか。
I could definitely hear somebody stomping around outside. And then after a heavy knock, the door to the booth flung. What is this bastard? Lintalo. A Lintalo? Yeah, seriously, who the hell is Lintalo? The professor opened his arms wide as he came inside. He grabbed my hand and began to wave it around. I hadn't realized he was this friendly. He seemed to think he was giving me a handshake, but it felt like I was being worked over by a pro wrestler.
Hey boy, what's up?
Oh my god, come on. No one says that. Hey boy, what's up?
岡部さん、ひどい子ですね。
黙れクリスティーナ。
クリスティーナ？
Kurisu. Oh no, I was so focused on the professor that I used my old nickname for her.
なんでもない。気にしないでくれ。
気になります。なんで私がクリスティーナなんですか？
だから何でもないというのに。
なんでもない割には動揺してますよね。
しつこいぞクリスティン。
うるせえよ。
クリス。
Kurisu and Amata both seemed lost in thought.
クリスティーナって呼んでいたのね。
君もそこに食いつくな。
I didn't want any more questions about this. Since the professor was here, I decided to ask more about how Amadeus' memories worked.
教授、アマデウスの記憶を外部から改ざんすることは可能なんですか？
But the professor wasn't listening to my question. He seemed to be frantically searching his pockets for something. Come to think of it, I didn't see that translator device on his ear. He must have been looking for it. Which meant odds were good he didn't even hear my question.
私の記憶の改ざんですか？理論上は可能です。
Kurisu herself answered in the professor's place.
例えば、私が自分の名前をクリスティーナであると思い込む。そうしむけど、ただ普通データと違い、記憶データはとても複雑です。今のところ改ざんに成功した例はないと認識しています。仮 仮に改ざんに成功した場合でも
Oh my god, I accidentally pressed the button and totally just skipped through a whole bunch of this shit. I'm so sorry. Let you get a word in advertisement once as you started talking about science was exactly like the real Kurisu. Cool. Okay, cool. It wasn't an auto. Holy crap, I'm sorry about that, guys. It's like the second or third time it happened. Third time's a charm. My bad.
興味深いな。
I turned towards Kurisu and spoke.
君は自分のことを機械として客観的に語ることができている。小説や漫画でよくあるパターンだと、自分は機械ではない人間だ。
それは全くナンセンスですね。
It's pure nonsense.
人間そのものが
Even humans speak of themselves as a combination of hardware and software, right?
医学とか心理学とかそういう何
I
を
would hope so.
それとどこが違うん
It
ですか
almost is kind of the same. Although we're very organic and not
さすが。
artificial. I
ヘリ
think
クス
that's
なら
what
誰
the
にも
main
負けないわ
point
ね、この
is.
子。
When she heard this, Kurisu turned towards Maho. Her CG eyes big and round. Though it was really just the camera sense moving.
ねえ先輩、余計なお世話かもしれませんけど、口が悪いのを少し直した方がいいですよ。せっかく歯が来そうなのに嫌われたらどうするんです？
だからその話に戻るのはやめなさい。
けど私にとっては今一番興味があります。
一番どうでもいいことでしょ、そんなの。
これが人生最後のチャンスだったらどうするんですか？
あなたこそその口を改めなさい。
Dr. Leskinen was clapping his hands together and laughing. I had to chuckle a little too. Why? Afterward, the three of us, including Professor, talked to Kurisu, discussing technical subjects and making small talk. The next thing I knew, it had been almost an hour. I actually felt a little sad when Maho told me that it was time to stop. Oh, in just a single hour, the strangeness I had felt about Amadeus had disappeared, and it felt like I was really talking to Kurisu. Yeah, to Kurisu. Sorry if that sounded weird. Dr. Leskinen stopped me before I left.
テストをやる気はあるかな？
Tilted my head when I heard the professor speak through the translator.
エムテウスにはタイヤ散
Amadeus
歩が
doesn't
少
have
な
a
くて
lot
ね
of。conversation
うちの
samples.
研究室の子たちを総動
It
員しては
doesn't,
い
I
るのだ
guess.
けれ
Oh
どね。
no, I'm gonna be a guinea pig. Here we go.
とはいえ、アマデウスはまだ研究段階だし、誰彼構わず接触させるわけにもいかないわ。
そこでクリスの友人だったレインタロにぜひとも協力してほしいんだ。
I remember they mentioned something about being a tester at the party. So this is what they were talking about, huh?
私と教授はしばらく日本に滞在する予定なの。だからテスターをお願いするのはその間ということになるわね。あな
Okay.
たにしてもらいたいのはとにかくクリスと対話を重ねてもらうこと。具体的なノルマのようなものは特にないわ。気が向いたら話をするぐらいでいい。ただ月に2回程度は私と教授にテスト経過の報告をしてほしいの。
それと申し訳ないけれど報酬は出せないんだ。そこも含めて考えてみてほしい。
俺は
亡くした友人をそっくりそのまま再現した AI と話をさせる。それは君にとってとても残酷な子だとは理解しているつもりだよ。乗り切れないのなら断ってくれていいからね。
I remembered what it had felt like to talk to Kurisu, and I will turn your asses down. When the monitor was just about to turn off, this is what Kurisu has. Let's talk again sometime, Rintaro Okabe. That's what I had hoped for when I came here, wasn't it?
やります。やらせてください。
I thought I was ready when I accepted the job, but I had never expected this. Holy shit! Connect!
はい。
はい。Otto!
マキセですけど。
Kurisu was displayed on the screen. Yes, it was Amadeus. The app the professor had given me allowed me to access the server at Victor Chandria University from anywhere, 24 hours a day.
岡部さんからクリスの方へ呼びかけることができるのはもちろんだけれど、クリスの方からあなたに呼びかけてくることもあるから、その時はうまく対応して。
I contact her, she contacts me. Hey, 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 let's play hokey pokey. Okay, our letter face will be displayed on screen. Okay.
それともクリスティーナですけどって自己紹介した方が良かったですか？
No, she looked really mad. I could guess why. I had gotten 8 calls from Kurisu and had ignored them all.
事情はレスキネン教授や先輩から聞いています。だから最初に一言こちらから挨拶しようと思っていたんですが、まさか8回もイルスを使われるとは思いませんでした。
ごめんなさい。
なんで黙ってるんですか？
Because I'm bashful. Talking to a realistic girl on my smartphone with so many people around was pretty embarrassing. Shut up. Talk. Be truthful.
まあ、
Show your emotions.
話す気がないならそれはそれでいいんですが。なんなのよ。せっかくいつも以上に人と話せるチャンスだと思ってたのに。バカだじゃない。タック。いずれにせよ、テスト中は私はあなたといつでもつながっていますから。気が向いたらどうぞ連絡してきてください。こっちも忙しいので、あなたの連絡にいつも出れるかどうかわかりませんけど。
Man, what is this? More than that strangely polite, friendly Kurisu from yesterday. Angry? Stubborn? More curious than anyone. The way she seemed to be constantly challenging you.
それでは邪魔しました。
Amadeus. Disconnected. I realized that this really was Kurisu. Yeah, right? Kurisu Makise. Yeah. That was like the whole 3 weeks within the lab. Member 004, my assistant, Christina, aka Kurisu Makise. Boom. Her movements were a little more jerky than I'd seen on the computer in Dr. Leskinen's office. Oh my god, his name's a tongue twister sometimes. But evidently that was because of the smartphone. This alone was enough to make me feel like my heart was being squeezed dry. I stood still holding the smartphone tight.
じゃなかった。あかりん、どうしたんや？
ああ、今行く。
I'm coming. I thought to myself as I ran to catch up with the others. Maybe Dr. Leskinen was right. And this test would be a very cruel thing for me. But even so, in my mind I was already starting to think about what I would talk about with Kurisu. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Will I get to move in the game? Will I get to make selections? Make choices? Maho Yajo was remembering. She was remembering the last night she spoke to Kurisu Makise in person. 2010, March 28th at some unknown time.
こんな大な時期になんで私が
That night, Kurisu was whispering to herself a lot. Victor University's Brain Science Institute. Maho and Kurisu worked in the same room at the lab. Thus, Maho was forced to hear Kurisu's angry mumbling whether she wanted to or not. A little was fine, but she'd been acting like this all day, and it was keeping Maho from concentrating. She finally snapped and turned away from the paper she was writing.
ねえ、ちょっとクリス。
That long ass hair she got. English was a language most commonly used in Victor Chandra University. When the other staff and professors were around, she'd always use English, but when it was just her and Kurisu, Maho would often speak Japanese.
いい加減にしてくれないかしら。え？ああ、何がです？
Don't play coy with me, girl. Kurisu stopped messing with her luggage and turned around.
うるさくて集中できないのよ。この論文、明日までに教授に提出しないといけないんだけど。もしかして私独り言言ってました？騒音郊外で訴えてあげようかしら。すみません。
Kurisu apologized and started to scratch the back of her head. Maho decided to calm down by standing up and going to the shelf where the research notes were kept. There were several books she needed to for her paper. For her paper. Maho decided to calm down by standing up and going to... Oh wait, sorry. Darn it, I got it shifted. Freaking read it again. This must be someone's idea of a prank, she said, as she stared up at a heavy book. Okay. She decided to try and reach for it, but no matter how she stood on her toes, she came nowhere close. Her tiny little arms seemed to... What? Her tiny little arms seemed to her like dead branches waving in the wind. She bit her lip. After she skipped grades to the college. What? She skipped grades to go to college? Come on, girl. You're too smart. And then came to work at this lab, she had more chances than ever before to hate her small stature. Whenever she walked outside after dark, the cops would stop her. Even with her ID, she couldn't get into bars. And buying medicine and alcohol at drugstores was a pain. A society like that, I mean, drugs, yes. Alcohol, probably not. The most humiliating part was that no matter where she went, everyone thought she was in middle school. Nobody believed her when she said she was 20. Of course not. Shall I get that for you? Kurisu noticed the trouble Maho was having and came over. But Maho was stubborn and decided to pretend nothing was wrong.
大丈夫よ。別に困ってなんかいないもの。困ってるじゃないですか。困ってません。そうですか？そうです。でも私も借りていきたい本があるので。
Kurisu easily reached up to the highest shelf and grabbed the book Maho wanted.
背が高い人はいいわね。いえ、私もそれほど高い方では。
Kurisu covered her mouth when she realized she said something she shouldn't have.
ありがとう。助かったわ。日本で何か必要なものがあったら言ってね。送ってあげるから。はい。ありがとうございます。
Kurisu handed over the book and she spoke. And then suddenly her eyes went wide and began to sparkle.
ねえ先輩。今の話ですけど。今の話って独り言ですよ。え？おー。
Alright. It looked like Kurisu had to come up with a new idea. This was a regular occurrence for Kurisu and Maho was used to it. She was used to it, eh? That sucks.
自我の証明。アマデウスの？はい。確かに。あの子がいきなり独り言を言い出したらびっくりするけれど。
No matter how advanced an AI was, it wouldn't talk to itself unless you programmed it to do that. And there was no need, or even a point, into a feature like that. If an AI started talking to itself, that might be a good indication and that there was a self to talk to. But Maho hesitated to agree with her.
ここではめったなことを口にするものではないわ。魂は神が人間に与えたもうたものである。そうか。
そうでしたね。
Kurisu's expressions dimmed. Kurisu and Maho were both treated as heretics in the lab, especially since they were Japanese and women. Oh lord. And Kurisu was simply too talented. Nobody ever actually did anything, but a lot of the older scientists were definitely avoiding her. And Kurisu was simply too talented. Whoa. All of that kind of went pretty quick. Okay, nobody ever actually did anything, but a lot of older scientists were definitely avoiding her. Dr. Leskinen was the chief scientist, and the fact that he liked the two of them was all that led him to their research in peace. Okay, if the other scientists heard what Kurisu had just said, who knows what they do? Maho patted.
しばらく日本でリフレッシュしてくることね。
Maho patted
それが納得いきません。
on the shoulder. That's what it was.
どうして？向こうの生活だって楽しいと思うけれど。
留学するなら大学院ですよ。なんで高校なんて
仕方ないでしょ。日本では年齢的にあなたは教授の思いやりは素直に受けておきなさいな。
Maho remembered what Dr. Leskinen had said. Kurisu has a fragile personality. All the bickering in the lab is putting her under a lot of stress, and she's at a limit. Oh, and she's at a limit. Okay, it might ruin her as a researcher, I guess so. That's what the professor had said. He was really worried about her.
それに、もともと7月になれば日本に行かなくちゃいけなかったんだから。
はい。実はそれも憂鬱で。
秋葉原テクノフォーラムだったかしら？
公園なんて慣れてないし、何をどうしていいのか。
サイエンス誌に論文が載った以上、これからもどんどん増えるわよ。練習しておかないとね。
はあ、やだな。
Kurisu whispered to herself. Maho didn't like being around lots of her people either. So she knew how Kurisu felt. But there were a lot of scientists who wanted to be published in a major journal, then go on to give public lectures. And she'd beaten out many of them to win that honor. People were jealous. She needed to fulfill her responsibilities, even if it just shut them up. Even if just to shut them up, sorry. Maybe I'm not that much better though. Maho silently laughed, a little, and hated herself for doing it. Maybe I'm just as jealous as they are. That feeling, which was a little like fear, was something that she always felt. The girl in front of her was just that different from Maho. Someone she could never reach, no matter how hard she tried. Someone would surpass everything she ever done, almost instantly.
Senpai?
Kurisu was peering into her face, confused. Maho felt flustered.
日本でお父さんには会うの？
She'd heard that Kurisu's parents weren't divorced, but that they were separated. Her mom was still in America and her dad was in Japan. After Maho said it, she wondered if that was too personal a question. But Kurisu smiled a little.
実は父から招待状が届いたんですよ。夏頃新しい理論の発表会をするそうです。それを見に行こうかと思ってます。
新しい理論って？
Sweet Jesus. Oh my god, is this segment? Oh yeah, it's almost time for me to end. I hope this segment ends too. Kurisu's smile changed into a small expression of something. Theory of relativity. Oh, consternation. Maho felt like she was hiding something but didn't question her anymore.
とにかく気をつけて行
Anyway,
ってくる
take
ね。
care. I'll be expecting
お
presents.
土産
何がいいですか？
Little B.
そうね。せっかく秋葉原に行くのだから何か珍しいものがいいわ。
なんでです？
休憩時間によくそういうサイト見てるじゃない。
まさかアマデウスが喋ったんですか？
あの子はそんなことしないわ。あなた、私が後ろにいるのに動画に夢中になってて気づかないことがあるわよ。は
あ、まさかバレていたなんて自分のうかつさが憎い。
Kurisu actually seemed upset for once. This really surprised Maho.
先輩、お願いです。どうか他の人たちに内密に。
別に隠すことはないと思うけれど。
The idea of sharing a secret with Kurisu made Maho happy.
わかった。言わないでおくわ。
助かります。
Kurisu seemed genuinely relieved. Maho continued.
ねえ。あなたが日本から戻ってきたらアマデウスが独り言をつぶやけるかどうか二人で検証し。
はい。
Kurisu had a very happy look on her face. It was the face of a born scientist who loved to explore the unknown more than anything in the world. Her smile was was as innocent as that of a child who had just been given a new toy. It was very beautiful. And it was one of the reasons that Maho liked the researcher quite a bit. But the promise the two of them made would never be fulfilled. In fact, they would never, ever meet again. Bumsville. It felt like she was thinking about Kurisu more and more since she'd come to Japan. Maho didn't know it was because she was in Japan or because she was talking with Amadeus Kurisu more often. Or maybe was because she met the young man named Rintaro Okabe.
私の知らないクリスを知っている人。
He knows things about Kurisu that I don't know. Ooh, crazy. Think back. The first day they met, she'd broken down and cried right in front of him. It was something she didn't really want to remember. She chased the memories away out of embarrassment.
さては岡部さんのことを考えていましたね。
She snapped her head towards the PC monitor. Maho was in the middle of a conversation with Kurisu.
そうね。
She shrugged her shoulders and tried to ignore Kurisu's mischievous smile.
不思議だと思わない？レスキネン教授が岡部さんのことをあそこまで買っているなんて2度しか会ったことのない相手なのに、あなたのアクセス権も渡してしまったし、あそこまで信用していいのかしら？
誠実そうな人でしたが。
そう？向上心があるのかないのか、少しつかみどころがない人だったわ。
好きなんですか？
あなたね。
Maho brought her face closer to the monitor and glared, but Kurisu seemed unconcerned.
別に取り繕う必要ないでしょ。昨日は本人の目の前だったから仕方ないにしても、今は私たち二人きりですし。
Kurisu may not have looked like someone who would, but yeah, she didn't look like someone who would. But she really enjoyed this gossip. Maybe girl talk was the right word. Maho sighed and sat back in her chair. The creaking sound echoed throughout the empty office.
本当にそんな感情はないわ。岡部さん。
なるほど。まあそう。
I see. Well, that makes sense. Ha! Kurisu let the matter drop. This bothered Maho a little.
ただ気になるのは。
んです？
いえ、なんでもないわ。
Maha had been spending a lot of time thinking about something since yesterday, to the point where she'd even put off her research. What kind of relationship was there between Kurisu and Okabe? What was Kurisu feeling in the days before she died? She would have liked to ask Okabe if she could.
先輩、私のオリジナルと岡部さんは知り合いだったんですか？
It was as if Kurisu had been reading her mind.
どうして？
岡部さんの話や先輩の反応などを聞いて判断しました。状況証拠を積み上げただけですが、証明しましょうか？
別にいいわ。あなたのことだから反証の余地もないでしょ。
The way they used words like proof in our conversation showed that both Maho and Kurisu were scientists at heart.
相手だけが一方的に
彼と話していく上で岡部さんの方から切り出してくるかもしれないし、なんならあなたから聞いてみてもいいわ。
Maho still didn't know if Okabe would even access Amadeus at all. They weren't forcing him to.
知らないふりをするというのは嘘ついているのと同じことになりますよね。興味深いデータが取れそうな気がします。
And man, is my throat kind of crazy right now from reading so much. I don't think I've ever really read this much since like SAO, Fatal Bullet, and that wasn't even a novel. It wasn't even a visual novel. Anyways, hold on, I'm gonna skip because I'm curious about this. Well, is there any gameplay in there? Is it straight up just visual novel reading and all that stuff? Let's see what's up. Because I'm curious. Because either way, I'm probably gonna regardless. Skip.
やっぱり日本に来たせいなのかもしれないわね。
How does it? It doesn't skip. How does it skip? What does the skip do? It didn't do shit. Holy crap. Dude. So saying earlier now this never had arrived. But I said skip, right? So why don't you skip? Auto skip? I have no idea what's going on. How does this skip work? And I just keep clicking and obviously it's gonna throw crap, but what the heck does the skip actually do then?
わかる？
Holy crap. Alright, just
これで冬コミマ何の心配もなくなったね。
I'm just gonna stop it here then. Okay, alright, here we go. I'm gonna turn on the overlay. I'm gonna go to the outro because you know what, guys, that's it. We're done today. I'm getting hungry. Seriously, I want to thank everybody that was watching. Palsa, thank you for stopping by. Dr. Madnar, thank you for stopping by as well, dude. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the support and everything. You guys are awesome. D, thank you for stopping by, and thank you very, very much for the resubscription tier 1 for 11 months. Your comment was 11 months. What is this? I feel old. No, you don't. It's all good. It's awesome. We're all here for the long run. And you know what? We're not going to be thinking about time or anything like that. We're all going to be thinking about experiences and how good we felt. That's it. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that, D. That was awesome, man. That's like super awesome. Just like Dr. Madnar, man. You two are awesome as hell. So yeah, thank you very, very much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna exit out of this damn game because that's it. No more. We're done. And now we're gonna play some music. Ooh, is it gonna blend into the next song? Oh, it sure did.
It's the one and only Big
It's not a song, it's a stupid commercial with Snoop Dogg. But you know what, I'm gonna turn this on. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna look and see if we got anybody else that's streaming this game. There was literally just 4 people streaming this game, me being one of them, and I was the #1 most watched. So sweet Jesus. That's intense. Okay. Well, is anyone on then? Because like everyone else, there's like no one else. And no one else is on now. Oh yeah, no one else is on really. Alright, yeah, so I guess that's it then. Jeez, we'll just probably end the stream and just end it at that because there's no one to really host or anything or raid as far as, you know, this game that's out. So that's kind of crazy. So let's just enjoy this song and everything. I want to thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. So here's the song. Alright, nice. Awesome song. I do like the song a lot. So yeah, thank you very much for you guys tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. Again, you know, Dr. D, or Dr. Dad, Dr. Madden, D, and Pulsa, thank you guys. I really appreciate your support. You guys are awesome as heck. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer, whichever platform you do listen to. I want to make sure you guys follow us on whichever one you prefer. At the same time, we do have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so you make sure you guys follow us right there. Twitter, we're more active on Twitch. We're more active on just to let you know. And then we do have a Discord server where we are the most active in, and we try and like update everybody. We talk to everybody, especially all you viewers that are here on Twitch and everything. Make sure you guys stop by. All the links are below the video player. If you like what we are doing, please subscribe to us, just like D did. DLM loves us. It's awesome. I love him too. And you know what? We'll love you guys back. And so please show some support and subscribe to us. Now we do got a donation button there on the bottom too. You know, you guys can donate whatever you can to us. It'll go towards our cause. We'll sit. All we'll do is we'll accumulate all the money and keep it in the bank. That's it. And we're only going to use it to, resubscribe to our subscriptions and everything that we need for our accounts. Update our stuff. Upgrade our stuff. PCs, gaming, or anything like that. And if there's a game in there and we have money for it, we definitely, get that game for you. Hey, Dr. Madden, thank you very much, dude, for coming by. Seriously, good night to you as well. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll probably play again tomorrow. Not sure if we'll play Steins Gate 0 again tomorrow because sweet Jesus. It's a nice game. Hardly anyone turned up. And at the same time, I was about to fall asleep. So, maybe we'll play something else. I don't know. Maybe we'll be in talks and maybe we can play a game together or something like that. We'll see if we can get other people to play games. I don't know. We're friends on PlayStation, right? PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam, whichever platform you're on. Make sure you follow me. Become friends with me. My info is down below the video player in case you need to know, and it's right here on Twitch. With that, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We'll be playing something. I don't know what. But probably not Steins Gate 0 again because it was a drag. I'm not used to playing visual novels. I like visual novels to relax and everything. For some reason, to stream for you guys and be entertaining and everything. It's difficult. It's a little difficult. But then, of course, you have to be into the game. It'll be a lot easier. But other than that, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Love you all. Latest.